Yoink, yoink. We should be unmuted now. We are starting up the Dokkan and Legends Ultimate Tag Team Podcast, episode number 37. So far we're still waiting on a few people. You can see above my head the people that are currently in here. The typical format we'll be sticking with is Dokkan first and whatever they have going on in both English and JP, or global and JP, I guess you could say. And then we will take questions, transition over to Legends, and kind of repeat the format. Most of y'all should be pretty familiar with that. We have a couple people to intro so far, newbies to the stream here. We got Sunblade coming, the Masked Ninja, and also first timers. So welcome to them, and a couple people will be joining as we go on. So I'll let everybody else say hello, and Nalar, I believe, can outline the Dokkan topics while we wait for Goresh. So go have at it, y'all. Say hello.
All right. So once again, thanks a lot, Naz, for hosting today. And we've got some new people. If you guys haven't been following me and the rest of the guys, we've been looking for some new people, just in general. We just need more new blood in here. So I put out a tweet. We got some applications. There were, I think, 50 applications. And I'm still waiting through them all. Just because I've had these two guys in now doesn't mean you're excluded from, joining us at some point. It's just these were the first two that immediately came to mind. And so let me introduce them. Masked Ninja, why don't you say hello, give us a little bit about yourself, and we'll move on.
Yo, how's it going, everybody? It is the Masked Ninja here. So I am a proud global main. I've been playing, I'm not far off of 1,500 days login. So I've been playing for quite a few years now. And I've been doing YouTube for about 2. So yeah, it's going pretty well. I've interacted with most of the guys on here, Dokkan related already. Recently just did a video of Nolar, so I'm sure some of you will know of me already. But yeah, just happy to be here and happy to take part. So should be good.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the podcast. I know it's 2 a.m. for you, or 2:13 a.m. So thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. And then our next new guest here is Sunblade. I've done a few collabs with the guy. And if you don't know who he is, he's done, Resident Evil 4 speedrunning, the former champion. So
I was actually watching, not to interrupt you, but I started watching that. I was like 700,000 views, and I watched 30 minutes of it, and I was like, this is pretty neat. Because I was watching Dark Souls speedrunning 2 days before, so it caught my attention.
Yeah, so, Sunblade, why don't you introduce yourself and let everyone know who you are, and then we can get started.
Yeah, sure. So first off, Guten Morgen from Germany. My name is Sunblade, and yeah, as Nalas said, I'm a Resident Evil 4 speedrunner who started doing Dokkan content 2 months ago, and here we are on the podcast. It's an honor to be here. It's a dream coming true, so yeah, thank you guys for having me here. Thank you for giving me a voice for this podcast, and yeah, we'll have fun. I'm looking forward to this.
I appreciate having you here. I'm sure we all do, so heck yeah.
Yep. And of course, you guys know the homie Goresh. It's homie time, right?
Yeah, all the time. All the
time. Every day,
right.
Bro, right? That's the token quote.
All day, every day.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll get started with global. Obviously, the biggest thing that dropped 5-10 minutes ago was they dropped the super attacks for Vados and Kefla. So they are the next Dokkan Fest banner. What's the ETA on the release of the banner?
I think it's gonna come out Monday.
Monday.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Monday night for you guys, Tuesday morning for us, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, you guys hyped for Kefla? What are your thoughts?
Mm,
I'm hyped for the celebration because it sounds like it's gonna be nuts.
yeah,
Not so much
so
the
much
banner.
stuff.
Yeah, the banner was horrible
Yeah,
on JP, man. We
Yeah.
were talking about this.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
just
banner itself not exciting, but I mean, I tried out Kefla on the like Trident thing, and actually having got to use her, I was definitely a little bit more hype. But like her banner was not the best on JP, so it'll be interesting to see if that's another one that changes for global.
Yeah. Just to recap what's on the banner or what was on the banner on JP, you have obviously the new Strength Kefla, the Int Vados, which is the new SSR tied to her. Android 13 makes his first return. At least this was on JP. Tech Hit makes his return. Int Goku Black, who's been here 50,000 times. MVP 17, he's been back 60,000 times. And then Turles, he's only been back like a handful of times actually, in general. So as it stands, if that's the banner, it's not very good. However, oh, what's that?
I was just gonna say I could see them replacing 13.
I was gonna say, who would they replace? So you're thinking 13?
Yeah, because
Has 13 been back on global yet though?
no, but either is cooler.
No. True. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying 13, and Ningen, do you think they would take 13, or would it be hits?
I feel like, yeah, I don't know, because if they could replace 13 and then him be on the extreme version of the 350 banners. Hit hasn't been around for us since Christmas, so he hasn't been on a banner for ages. Yeah, I don't know, because didn't they added in Goku Black to a banner recently? No, not recently. Was it Future Gohan? So it'd be cool, kind of cool if they took him off, especially as someone who doesn't need any extra copies of him.
There's two Dokkan Fests that haven't come back ever so far, which are pretty old, which is Cooler and Int Future Gohan for global.
Yeah,
So they could put Int Future Gohan on here. I don't know. I think they're gonna replace 13 with Cooler and then put and then put 13 on the download banners. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe they put Future Gohan. I don't know.
Well, the thing
Cooler
is,
seems to be one of those guaranteed. Like if they put Cooler on Kefla's banner, then more people would actually summon on her banner.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, I mean, again, we thought that would be the case for Beerus before the 5-year anniversary. Put Cooler on there, you drains people's stones, but they obviously didn't do that. Maybe they do it for this before the 350, or
I mean, best case scenario is they just don't change the banner because then people just won't summon.
yeah, that's true. That's very
Well,
true.
Kefla is a selling point for some people. I see people in the chat who were like, "Oh my god, Kefla's so hype! I have to summon for her." And I think a lot of people might summon for her because she's so hype. But I
It's
could be
true.
wrong.
Yeah, I personally think they keep it the same, and then the 350 brings Cooler and Future Gohan for you guys, and then we get Go Tanks and Exchange Boot for JP.
yeah,
Like, I think that's how the only differentiation between the banners would go. So that's how personally I feel. But you never know, right? The global team kind of has their own mind; they'll do whatever they want. So we're just here speculating at this point.
because I feel like I don't know about the extreme because the Cooler thing's so up in the air. But my original thought was that the super unit that will be on the 350 for global instead of Go Tanks will be Bodok because he's on Gohan's banner at the moment on JP.
Yep. Bardock would make sense for global because he hasn't been back at all, but he's obviously back on JP, now. So yeah, that makes sense. All right. So Kefla, they just announced it. So I guess we're kind of done. I mean, well, Monday, you guys say Monday night for us in North America, and Tuesday early morning for everyone else in Europe. New Infinite Dragon Ball History stage. What's the last stage you guys got? Was it the future one? Future.
Yeah, we just got that one for the anniversary.
Okay. So just because you guys got that, there's still one more you're missing besides U6. The one after that is Youth. At least that's been released on JP, and then it's use 6.
We're getting both.
So they're dropping both. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, which is weird because that means they're taking away the youth stage from the thank you celebration, which should have came out at that time with Go Tanks and Boo.
Yep.
So,
Interesting. Okay. Huh. Well, that's how global works, man. They got their own thing going on. So, okay. I forgot to. But this was the first thing I want to talk about was the appreciation stones, which we got on JP, but you guys got it as well. So pretty much you guys got everything JP got, but then again, you got a couple extra things. Does this definitively say Global's 5th year was better than JP's 5th year?
way better. It's not even close.
So what you're saying is it's a hashtag JP Shaft?
Yeah, it actually is. Like Gold just had a straight up some better anniversary.
Just for those who don't know, can you recap what the difference between the two? Well, what did you guys get extra that JP didn't get?
So we got the boost halftime for the boost thing. We got the friend banner, which is, in my opinion, one of the biggest JP shafts of all time. And then we got the extra coin missions in part 3, as well as the refresh in the shop and new packs being added to the shop.
Yeah, those all packs were really good.
And more stones, more top grossing stones, because we got top grossing for Broly and Goku Black Banner.
Yeah, hashtag JP Chef, guys. That's all I got to say.
MP lost Trove packs too. Don't forget that.
Well, I mean that's global exclusive, so yes, I also count for that too. All right. Okay, so link levels have been announced to come for global. Is it this Monday, or is it sometime later with an update, or when is it coming?
I don't think so. They've said it's coming with 4.11, but they haven't given the date. Like, we haven't had a thing come in the news to say when the maintenance for that update is yet. So
yeah. Well, I guess. I mean, it's definitely going to happen before
350.
I would. Well, yeah, but I was going to say before the countdown starts, which is in like 10 days or something. I think what's going to happen is because we don't even have the data for Kefla in the database yet for global, so we're probably going to get a download either tomorrow or tonight, probably tomorrow.
Okay.
And I think when the celebration starts, I think they'll announce maintenance.
Okay, so you're saying it's relatively soon then?
Yeah, it's going to be like a week away or something.
But yeah, as Nola stated, prepare for hell, man. This update is nuts. The RNG involved is too much, in my opinion.
I am right.
I resetted stamina 10 times to get one link up to 10, so it's hardcore.
Must be nice getting one link up in 10 stam bars. Try 30.
30? Oh, okay. And you're at level 999, so you have more stamina than me. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Okay.
Yeah. So for you guys who don't know, I'm sure everyone's going to make a video. I think I'm going to make one because everyone keeps asking me, how do you farm these levels? Like, what's the best way? The way this thing works is the team you take into battle, once you hit start to use the stamina or act to get into the stage, they calculate what links are leveled up per fight. So let's say there's only the one fight. You're taking a Dokkan Fest event stage. There's one fight. Every card that you put in has a roll on every link to see whether or not that link is going to level up from that fight. So if there's only one fight and then you're taking six of your own cards in, maybe only 2 links out of the 6 cards, and they're 2 random links, decide to go up. Now, you finish the stage, they level up, and that's it. The thing is, from my personal experience, the higher link level you are, the lower the probability to roll that link to level up. So leveling a link from 1 to 2 is super easy, right? You'll take a lot of stages. It'll be done immediately. But going from 9 to 10, as Sunblade and I have experienced, takes a ton of stamina because more than likely it's like a less than 1% chance for it to roll to level up for that specific link. And you got to remember, the probability rolls are every link per card each time. So that's why we recommend if you're taking a fairly fresh team, like levels 2-3 links, then take on a 23 stam stage or 25 stam stage like 23-8, 24-8, any of those with multiple fights, so that if you can get to those fights, then more than likely you're going to level up multiple links. But again, once you get to level 7, 8, 9, 10, and trying to get to 10, the probability of you actually rolling the link to level up is just drops dramatically. So I ran 30 stages. I ran 30 full stand bars to get one legendary power link to level 10. Yeah. So
Damn.
that's link leveling, guys, for those of you who are unaware of exactly how that all runs.
Yeah, and make sure to take your team into the BPAN event
Yes.
with the 100 stamina, so you will have the highest chance to level up your links. It's pretty important. Sure, it's only once a week, but it helps.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, you want to take a team that has like level 9 links, and then take that to the BPAN stage, because the more stam you burn, the higher probability for those links to roll over or level up. So ideally, BPAN is your best friend, obviously for rank, but then now they gave another value to it in terms of leveling up links. And again, you don't have to get every link to level 10. Like, you'll see and feel the difference when you get to level 4, 5, 6. So like, just because we want to get to 10 and do showcases and be hardcore like that, doesn't mean you won't get the value of leveling links from if you just go to like 3, 4, or 5, So yeah, just be prepared. If you really want to go to the max out your team, all that stuff, it's gonna be a while, guys. Yeah. That's it.
But it's so worth it, especially for teams like Margin Power or the Cell teams. It's really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of these teams, like they get a huge power boost out of these links, going to 10. Obviously, like Sunblade said, Margin Power, I think, is the biggest winner out of them all. But right behind is Cell. I didn't realize this. I didn't even think that Cell would get this big of an update, but he got a huge update. The only downside to him is now it might be even harder to get him to transform, because you're now a little more tanky. You finish those stages off really quick. That might be the problem. But it's a good problem to have. So yeah, link leveling, it's a big deal, guys. It's a long-term game, so be prepared for that.
Yeah, there's one more thing. I want to support your tweet you sent out a couple of days ago. The World Tournament is nothing compared to the link leveling grind, in my opinion. Just to give you guys an idea how bad it is.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
Yeah. Again, right now, I just want to throw my phone because of the World Tournament, but then I realized, well, there's link leveling, and then I'm like, okay, I can keep playing. So yeah, it's bad in the sense because it's just completely RNG. Whether or not you go from 7 to 8 or 8 to 9, it's just not a flip of a coin, but it's RNG for you to actually get there, because it has to say, yes, you'll level up from 8 to 9, but if you're taking on 23-8 that can have up to 10 fights, well, it might be fight 3 that it levels up from 8 to 9, but you can't get to fight 3 because the dice roll won't let you get there.
Oh.
Right. See, that's the problem, and that's why everyone's like, "Oh, you should take on the Raditz event." I'm like, "Well, the Raditz
I was just
event."
Gonna say that.
Well, the problem with the Raditz event, it's good to level up links from 1 to 5. Okay, because like I said, it's easy to roll and there's a lot of fights, right? But the problem is there's so many fights, and you need the dice rolls are anywhere from 1 to 6. That a bunch of those links levels could be on fight 5, but you just never get to fight 5 on that stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would rather go on the story stage, because the dice rolls could be 3 and through 6, right? 1 through 6. But a 3 roll may not screw you over as bad compared to like the Raditz stage, if that makes sense. So like you can get to the next fight on 3 or 6 even, right? So I'm just trying to optimize the amount of dice rolls potential I could get. And to me, story stages do that. I mean, Dokkan stages are good too. It's just that there's only one fight. So it's just rolling on one fight as opposed to you rolling on multiple fights in the stage. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. It's just a long grind. That's the full intention for free to play players is it's just going to be a long grind. You're not going to burn, for most of you guys, you're not going to burn stones for stam. And so that's just the whole concept of link leveling.
Yeah, but for global players, it's pretty good because the 2000 day celebration is coming up in January 2021, I think. And you guys will need a lot of incredible gems to farm up Agile Cooler. So if you grind the story, you will grind up incredible gems at the same time. So
yeah, absolutely.
And you will grind a lot of money too. I didn't realize that at all. But yeah, the money grind and Incredible Gems grind is really good for the 2000 day celebration. So there are 2 more benefits for you guys.
Yeah, the Zenny grind. I mean, for those of you who are low in Zenny, instead of farming Easy A's, I mean, the thing about Easy A's is they don't take Sam to farm, which is fine. But if this kills like 2-3 birds with one stone. You want Incredible Gems, you want rank XP, you want to do a lot of fights. And I think on a stage, I could get anywhere from 300 to 500 Zenny per run, for 300 to 500K per run on 23.8 or 24.8. So you just do 2 or 3 of those, you're already at about a million, almost 1.5 million Zenny. So it also helps for that grind as well. So, yep, there's just a lot of things to do. That's all I could say about that. Anything else about link leveling before you guys want to move on?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Chain battle. This is speculated, right? To come to for the Kefla celebration for global.
Yeah, I think it came with the Kefla celebration on JP, right?
That's not when it released, but they had one during the celebration.
They had.
Yeah. I think Team Dokkan said expect chain battle and ESPR.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, if they released all those things as well as everything that JP got for the celebration, this would probably be the best celebration ever for both versions. Like,
Yeah.
it's just craziness. Well, let me open up the thing, and I'll read off what I expect to come for both for the celebration. Here, hold on.
Yeah. So, just to put out a thing, for just back to link leveling while Greshka looks that up. Anything that takes 0 stam won't level up links. So, easy A's, those that take no stam, like Infinite Dragon Ball History, those don't level up links at all. Even though if you take stam and you gain some experience, that should generally level up links. It doesn't work for World Tournament at all. So those are 2 other caveats. Like, yeah, you can't do it for Easy A's or Infinite Dragon Ball History or Legendary Goku event. You need to burn stam to have the probability roll on the links to level up.
Yeah, for the World Tournament, it's not that bad because you have to use your own World Tournament team anyway. You won't use a fusion team on World Tournament, so yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, what do you got, Gresh?
Assuming that what Team Dokkan said was right, which 100% of the time has been right, pretty much, and Global keeps the same stuff that JP had. This is what we're gonna get: Extreme Super Battle Road, Explosive Chain Battle, the Hercule Login bonus, Kefla Dokkan Fest, the Kefla Dokkan event, the new stages of the Warriors of Universe 6 story event, 2 stages of Infinite Dragon Ball History, new Ultimate Clash season, Extreme Z area for the Frieza and Cooler, and physical banner awakenings for them. And along with that banner, we don't have the newest Majin Buu Saga story event. So we need to get that as well. So that will be also included. And then part 2, we have that stage that's dropping for that like Grand Priest event that's going to give you the tickets to open the treasure chest for the Team Bardock skill orb thing. Then we have the Easy A's for AGL Caulifla and Physical KL. And that's it. 2 weeks,
what about the easy
2 week long celebration?
You guys, we also got the easy area for the int farmable kale and the strength Caulifla. You know which one I'm talking about?
That wasn't an easy area, was it? That was just Dokkan Awakenings, right?
Yep.
Oh wait, no, yeah, they're right. They're awakenings. Okay, yeah, I just remember they got something. That's why I threw it out there. Yeah.
So all that stuff's coming,
Yes.
and I assume some of it's going to be. Yeah, I assume some of it's going to be weaved into the countdown celebration for the 350 million, because again, Global does not have that like newest Majin Buu Saga story event. And if I remember correctly, what they did last year with the 300 million was because Global also did not have one of the story events at the time also. So they went ahead and released that for Global during the countdown celebration. So I think the same thing's going to happen this year. So it's literally going to be like, and by the way, all this is releasing with the link update. So like this is better than the anniversary.
Yeah, in terms of
'cause
content,
you've got all of
absolutely.
this new content to actually do, which then potentially is going to be leveling up your links. So, because if they dropped the link update at a time when there wasn't a ton of stuff to do, I feel like it would feel like more of a grind straight off the bat. But if it drops when there's all this new stuff to do as well, it's like perfect timing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the thing
because
is with the link update is like even if they just dropped it with nothing new, like that is content by itself.
True, it's an excuse to play when you otherwise maybe wouldn't have anything to do.
Exactly,
So yeah, that is
yeah.
a good point.
but at the same time, to Master Ningen's point, is you're killing two to three birds with one stone.
Yeah.
You got to farm all the easy area. Well, guess what? They take stamps, so you're gonna level up links from doing that. You got to farm the story events. Well, those take stamp too. So like that, it's just I get to level links and farm a card that I could use later. It's, again, killing two birds with one stone. So absolutely worth it for you guys. Okay. I guess that's it in terms of just the upcoming Dokkan Fest, which again, as Gresh says, could probably, if they drop all the content, just outdo the 5th year anniversary outright. So the last thing we can talk about is 350 million download speculation, mostly because I know that's all a bunch of the questions are. So we'll just knock that out now too. So what do you guys expect, anticipate, hope for 350?
It's definitely Majin Buu Saga related because of the two story events which go offline at October 5th something. So it will go through the Dawn celebration. That pretty much confirms
They're
for
just up
me.
for a really long time. They really want you to
Yeah.
do those. There's no correlation there. They just like, please do these.
Yeah.
Yeah, because isn't it normally as well the whatever the Dokkan Fest is on JP before the download celebration is usually the same like theme.
We saw
Yeah.
this with the Merge Zamasu Dokkan event on Global because he got his EZA, I think, like right before the anniversary, and all the Dokkan events were open during the anniversary. And people were like, why is his Dokkan event up for like 4 months, like 2 or 3 months or whatever it was? And it was because it was going to be with the anniversary and it was going to be up for the whole anniversary too. Same exact thing with this. Is like these story events are going to be up the entire download celebration, and that's why the end date is so long from now.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, man. It's I agree. It's in Majin Buu Saga. I don't think there's any question that's that. But like, what could they? What else could they drop besides obviously the event plus the new cards?
The Dragon Ball History stage.
Yeah, I expect that.
I mean, we could just.
Yeah.
I'm going to open up 300 million. We could just literally copy and paste that.
Okay.
Probably Chain Battle Majin Buu Saga related. So we will get a Majin Buu Saga enemy where we have to use Majin Buu Saga cards. That would be something.
Chain battle, yeah, that would be good. Chain battle only lasts 1 week, right? In JP, okay. And
Take a banner.
Yeah, take a banner.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna list off what we had for 300 million.
300. Okay.
Yeah, take a banner. We had the Hercules Worldwide Tile Breaking Contest, which is literally just most of that was just the global versus JP thing. And I think what they're doing with that this time is they're actually trying like these versus missions and then the cooperative missions where there's JP versus global and then there's JP and global trying to do stuff together.
Yep.
Which is gonna be interesting. Dual Dokkan Fest missions, sales, yada yada yada. New story event for the Cell Saga. So this time's going to be a new story event for the Majin Buu Saga. This is when they introduced the exchange mechanic with the farmable Goku and Gohan and the Vegeta and Trunks. There was a limited hyperbolic time chamber thing.
Oh, yep.
New Dokkan boss rush stages were available. New stages of Super Battle Royale. I don't know if that's gonna happen this year. They had like all the type banners up for that like one-time summon. That was part 1. And then part 2. Dende, the new Guardian Dragon Ball Hunt campaign. So same exact thing we just had in the anniversary. Extreme Z area for the farmable units in part 1. And then this is when they actually introduced Infinite Dragon Ball History for the first time. So maybe we could see a new mode introduced, but I don't know if they're going to do that because Global's literally about to get one. Top legendary summon for the androids. Cell bingo. World tournament for global. And that's pretty much it. So
Yeah, Hydros and Talon were tweeting about this new, what was it? Partner super attacks. Yes. Hydros prepared something, and yeah, this might be a thing.
Yeah, give me a second here. I'm gonna try to see if I can get Hydros in here to explain it to you guys thoroughly, because I'm still a little hazy on it.
The easiest way to understand it, the way I understand it, is it's basically an expansion of, where, for example, LR Gohan transformed. It's like, oh, he gets additional attack boost if Super Saiyan Goku's in the rotation. It's basically that, like that same conditional effect, but it's for super attacks.
Mm.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Hydros uploaded a video where he supered with Spirit Bomb Goku, the SDR one, and because Vegeta was on rotation, it was the super attack from Ella Gogeta. But yeah, of course, it's only fan made, but you just wanted to demonstrate the concept.
Yep. So, quickly joined by us is Hydros. Say hello, buddy.
What's going on?
Okay. Wait, hold on. You sound keep talking because you might be a little robotic.
Am I? Oh, let me switch my mouse cable.
Mecha Hydros?
Mecha Hydros. But yeah, when you're all situated, why don't you go ahead and explain exactly how this works, and then we can talk about it.
Am I good now?
There's still Mecha Hydros.
Oh my god.
Well, alrighty. While he gets that all situated, we'll talk a little bit about 350. So yeah, I think we'll get a couple farmable cards. If what Hydros is going to explain makes sense, then I can imagine that whatever the farmable cards we get could be featured in this partner super attack thing. So
yeah, like they could be partners for whoever the actual like main 350 banner units are potentially.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Good now.
No, you're worse now. Sorry, dude. Yeah. So like, yeah. What basically was Goresh saying was that if you have these two cards on rotation, it's a new super attack, which is cool. My main thing is, will they actually affect gameplay? Like, is it a boost in attack, a boost in defense? Is there like does it increase the stun chance or anything like that? If they do things along those lines, I'm not too excited about it. But because like the way that is being described is, for those of you who don't know, Kompu Gacha, and Nas can completely understand what Kompu Gacha is. It is literally the only law in Japan that is barring gacha companies from doing this. And Kompu Gacha basically means, you got a Goku on one banner, and you need a Vegeta, and you have a Vegeta on the other banner. You got to pull both of those to combine them to make a Vegito, for example. That's absolutely illegal. Say it again.
Am I good? Am I good?
I mean, I think this is the best it's going to be here.
I actually hate the setup right now.
Yeah, because you're just cutting in and out. So I don't know if that's the connection on your interface or something. But anyways, to further explain Kompu Gacha is you can't have two summonable cards fused together to make one super uber card. Buchigiri, which Goresh can explain too, what they did to get around it is they made one card farmable, and so you can bypass it and be like, I'll just get the Goten and I'll farm the Trunks, and then I can make Gotenks from there. Is that how it worked on Buchigiri, Goresh?
Yeah, so the way that they worked around it was, instead of having you, need a specific card, so like you can't be like, let's say there's a new, let's say you're talking about Goku and Vegeta fusing together. Like, the Goku requires a Vegeta unit. He's not going to require that specific new summonable Vegeta that came out. Like, you can't do that. So the way that they did it was they specified where it's like, okay, any Vegeta card can be able to be fused with Goku. But at the same time, they're going to release like multiple free-to-play versions of that like a Vegeta that could work with that. So it's that's their way that they got around that that like little loophole, I guess is what you could call it.
Right. So
Yeah, so I can see them doing the same thing. I mean, it's literally this is literally what I was talking about earlier, where with a Super Saiyan Goku in rotation, you do more damage. It's no different than that. It's the same exact concept because again, it's still requiring a card that you have to activate that boost that the character gets. But there's multiple free to play versions of that Super Saiyan Goku in the game. Obviously, it doesn't have to be a specific one. There's no there's no specificity when it comes to actual ID number of the card. So any free to play version of that Goku could work, or summonable. It doesn't matter. Like the fact that you have options for it to be free to play makes it so that being summonable versions is okay as well.
Yeah, I mean, the way that Dokkan approaches it in terms of like the Gohan card with the Super Saiyan Goku, like that makes sense and that's fair because, like you said, there's so many Super Saiyan Gokus, you could just get any of them.
Yeah. Plus, well, they even released one at the same time as him, didn't they? Because that's what the tech. He's the exchange one was because it's original.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Super Saiyan Goku. So.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting.
Know for sure. I know Hydros will be able to explain it better if he gets his thing sorted out. But do we know for sure? Because I saw the little video that he tweeted. Does it a unique super attack? Well, not necessarily unique, because in the one they showed it was from a different unit. But is it going to be a unique super attack with the two characters in it, or is it going to be that the partner character then also
joined
super
in?
Attacks? Because the way I envisioned it would be kind of like with the hidden potential. So say you have like, I don't know, let's just use a Goku and a Vegeta for example. Goku does his super attack animation that we're all used to seeing, and then the little cut-in or dodge face or whatever you want to call it, the little cut-in comes in for Vegeta, and then we see that Vegeta unit that you've got as his partner, he does his super attack animation, and so it's kind of like just getting an additional super attack where you're just getting a bunch of extra damage on top. So then it'd just be a chance to trigger like hidden potential stuff.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
But
like
then
that
all
could
that
happen.
really does is just adding more damage, so it's not like
it's not
crazy hype. But
yeah, I imagine like the best way for this to happen is if you have a Goku, you have a Vegeta, and it's just a whole new animation. That's more work, but at the same time, that would be fine. That would be good for us. It'd be fun for us.
Yeah.
But we have no clue. This is just all being data mined, right? Like Dokkan announced it, but it's been in the data since 4.11 drops 2 weeks ago. So they've all been kind of seeing this stuff. And now that Dokkan put it out there, people are like asking questions, and we're all wondering exactly what's going to happen with all of that. Any thoughts on all this, Sunblade?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see how this turns out. Talon he wasn't raging, but he's scared that Akatsuki might screw up here and make the conditions so bad that we will never pull this off. But I suggest that we will wait until this feature is released.
Yeah.
Well, it is something new, so I'm excited. But I will wait for the final verdict.
Yeah, it's one of those things that who knows what's going to happen, but potentially if they handle it really well, it could be something that's really cool. So.
What's interesting about this is, I know we talked about this last time, where the super attacks obviously recently been really good, but one of the things that need to work on is like the enemy sprite is very
low res.
Low res. So what they could do is, since they have this conditional super attack thing now, where they could have, maybe it plays a different super attack if you're fighting like a specific type of enemy. Like let's say for Vegito, he gets like a specific super attack if he's fighting against a Buhan or like a Majin Buu unit. And what they could do is they could just straight up like program into the super attack that specific one. The Majin Buu enemy is there all the time. So like instead of making it so that the enemy sprite is there, it's like its own
high
thing.
High version of
because it's always going to be that one type of enemy anyway.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I think the problem Talon has, I was kind of talking to him a little bit about it, is that he thinks it's going to be a transformation requirement kind of deal, which is what we've seen with Gohan, right? That's what he's scared of, where it's like, oh, you have to have this unit in order to transform them or unlock their full potential. And we don't like how that really played out with Gohan, because as good as Gohan is, he's on 13, 14 categories. You just you rarely see him in his full potential. So that's where I think Talon was getting afraid about, like, oh, this doesn't sound good. But I agree with Sunblade. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm gonna try to see if I can get Hydros in a little bit later to fully explain it, but he's just doing some troubleshooting now. So, all right. I guess that's enough for 350 million talk. Anything else with global you guys want to chat about before we move on to JP?
Well, I was going to say,
Uh,
well, I guess technically it is JP as well, but we were going to go into the 350 speculation, and then we started talking about the partner super attacks.
Oh, yeah,
instead.
that's true. Yeah.
So,
Nope.
not
Anything
that
else
I
with the?
necessarily. I mean, I watched Goresh did a pretty great video. I really like the idea of a Goku and Vegeta like exchange back and forth thing because it
Yep.
obviously fits the theme like from the show super well. And then in terms of the extreme unit, I feel like because I mean the Easy A one is okay, but like we definitely need a new card that starts as Buhan, even if he's then going to like transform into something else. So
Yeah.
Right.
the extreme one being Buhan in some form. Maybe he transforms eventually into Kid Buu. But I feel like the starting card should be Buhan because there's literally only the one other option for him at the moment in terms of
Yeah.
like card with the same name. So
Yeah, I think Super Vegito is probably going to be the legendary summon unit in part 2.
Yep, I think
do you
so.
think
Yeah.
he'll be? Do you think he'll just drop as a Super Vegito, or
I
because
do.
we've got
Yeah.
a lot of Vegetos in the game at this point now? So
I think it's going to be just Super Vegito.
yeah,
And the
Yeah.
physical one is bad, so we really need a new one.
AJ one's still
Yeah.
In my
pretty
opinion.
good, but I mean, like, what are they going to do? Release a base form one and then just have him compete with the one that just came out on global?
yeah, exactly.
Or do
I
like
mean,
a base
though-
form Goku and Vegeta, which would I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't like that idea.
The base form Goku and Vegeta only works if he transforms to Vegito, base form Vegito, turn 1, just like the Ribrian mechanic. So
Yeah, I guess they could do that.
yeah, it's not so bad where they just immediately transform and then you just start off with base Vegito and then go active skill Super Vegito or transform into Super
But
Vegito,
he'd
however they
still-
want to do it.
He'd still take the place of the 3-year LR one, though, wouldn't he? Even if he transforms.
No, because
turn
base
1, 'cause he
form,
starts
base
off
form.
Their
as-
base, yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
3-year
yeah, of
LR
course,
is Super
yeah.
Saiyan. Yeah, so this
Yeah.
one I was to be like,
It just
okay, it's base form
transforms straight
Goku, base form Vegeta, fusion on turn 1 to Vegito, and then go from there. But
Yeah, I feel
mean, I
like
could've-
because when they first brought out that in Brienne, that seemed like we were all saying at the time, it's like this is a really good way to bring in like a unit that can start off as a different name and then just instantly transform into something else. And then they've brought out one more card that does that, which is the JP only Saiyaman, I think. And then
He's on global
then
now,
done
too.
it again.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on global now too. But yeah, that's the only other one I could think of. I think that they did that for.
we have Mech or Hydro spec, or is it
Am
just
I
regular
good?
Hydro? Yeah,
Am I
now
good?
you're good. Now you're good.
I don't know what's wrong with my stuff, so
Okay. Well, now that you're here and everyone can hear you, why don't you go ahead and explain this partner super thing thoroughly for us to understand?
all right. So basically, what partner supers is that the way the new mechanics in the game will work is that you'll have your summonable unit. Obviously, they can't do both, as you guys explained, because of the gotcha law and all that stuff that they have. But they can't do both. But they'll have the one, and then you'll have a variety of other partner cards that are determined by a unique ID. A unique ID being like Vegeta, Super Saiyan Vegeta, any Vegeta, if that. And then it'll determine if it's either on rotation with you, if it's just in the team, or if it's the first attacker, second attacker. It's like a glorified super attack with a passive. And it's also kind of like an active almost. We've been trying to see if it's manually activated or automatically activated. So far, it's been automatic, so we've not been able to see if it's got any manual properties like an active skill or anything like that. But basically, partners. It also does have enemies, so you could have versus an enemy. You could summon the unit and having it have a quote unquote partner super, but instead of a partner, it's actually an enemy that you're facing. You could actually trigger it versus specific enemies like Super Saiyan Goku going Super Saiyan 3 against a Kid Buu enemy, or let's see. You can also have it to where you have a partner and an enemy required in order to do it. So you have to have, like, let's say Goku and Vegeta going against the Janemba, and then that activates the special super as well.
Yeah, imagine a Goku and Vegeta and a Hercule for this like a spirit bomb that trigger? Like that'd be so specific. Fighting a kid boo.
So
Yeah.
it sounds like it's kind of almost like, like dramatic finishes in fighters, where it's like
it actually
you
is.
don't
We were
see it that
thinking of it
often,
like
but
that.
it's yeah. Hmm.
We were thinking of mainly we're comparing it to if it's against a certain enemy, it's kind of like a legendary finish almost. Get a special extended animation, but instead it's just a whole brand new one. Or if it's with a partner, it's like how Bucci did it with like the fusion cards. Instead of a fusion, it's actually a super. They could incorporate a fusion into it, like they fuse then super. That'd be kind of cool.
Okay. Well, thanks for the information, Hydros. That seems, we've got what, like 3 weeks before we really find out how it's gonna play out. So
yeah, they added all this stuff back in the 4.11.0 update. So we've been trying to see what all this is about since then. So we've gotten some success. I know some people have seen it on Twitter. We have put out like the videos of Spirit Bomb Goku having a Vegeta on rotation. There's also you can also have like conditions for these supers as well. So it's not like just a super. They could have possibly like it could stun an enemy, lower attack, like conditions like normal and supers or passives and all that sort of stuff can be applied into these as well.
Okay. So, if an enemy has an attack down, that's going to trigger this partner super thing you're talking about, right?
Yes, it seems from what we've seen, there's a potential for status effects to possibly affect the partner activation. Not too terribly sure. We're still messing with it, so I can't say for exact sure. But I'm saying like the partner super itself going against an enemy, you could use the partner super to also stun an enemy or so.
I got you
as well. But there are something regarding status effects to where it could potentially activate a partner super.
Okay. Well, any other questions you got for Hydros before we move on to something else?
Just a thank you for your hard work. I really appreciate it. Wanted to take the chance.
It's me, Mark, and Thieving Six, and a few of the Dokkan community that have been, going through all this stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it'll be fun testing it out. I'm sure you guys will be posting us with some updates. So follow Hydros on Twitter. He's got a channel as well. So definitely follow the guy if you want some more information before this drops officially. So
yeah, don't take everything that we also post with a little bit of grain of salt, because it could definitely be a lot different, especially because we're just putting in random small animations as well to make it work. So animations will look a lot better on the final release. Definitely.
So, I'm sure everyone still appreciates the good work you do and all the fun tweets too. It's like,
I mean, this opens the doors for a lot of stuff. So you never know what they'll add with this.
Yeah, as long as they put it in right, that's the only thing I'm asking. Just don't screw this up.
From what I've seen as well, they're like regular supers. I don't know if this is technically part of the partner ones, but in the super, like when you pop up and open a card and you can see the super dialogue, like where all the information is, there's a spot where there's conditions. I doubt that old units will get this. Maybe an EZA they might put it on an EZA potentially, but I don't know. There is a condition spot in the actual supers now, so I'm not sure if that's still regarding partners or not. It could be regarding just new supers in the future. I'm not sure.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for the information and the updates. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We'll just move on to the other JP stuff we're going to talk about. So let's see here. All right. So we got the World Tournament going on for JP right now. Yeah. I don't want to talk about the World Tournament. I know. Again, like I told everybody, I'd rather grind the World Tournament than grind link levels. It sounds like a lot, but
at least we finally got a BoJack movie, Trunks.
Yes, this is true. Yeah, I really like that look of that Trunks. But I don't have him pulled up right now, but that Trunks is really good for the World Tournament, right?
Yeah, especially because obviously he's literally just come out, so we know that the World Tournament units eventually get awakenings, and some of them have gotten really good with their awakenings, and he's really good, like straight away. So
Yeah, so he's going to age very well. I agree with that. Forgot what he does, but
The thing about him is that he's a rainbow orb changer for the movie heroes category, and there's so many units on that category that want
Yep.
rainbow orbs.
yes.
Like physical LR Gogeta wants them, Spirit Bombs Orb Goku LR wants them, STR EZA Gogeta wants them. Like, there's so many units who want those. And now this is the second, I believe, the second rainbow orb changer for them because they had Goten, EZA Goten
Yep.
already. So now you can have two floating around, which is really good.
yeah, so that's that helps out the movie heroes team, which is still one of the funnest teams to play, at least in my opinion. Okay, while I do a prelim match, let's talk about. I hate my life right now.
Best part of the World Tournament.
I know. Super 17, the EZA and the Tech Boo EZA. So let's talk about Super 17 first. Sunblade, did you get him all awakened out and everything?
Yes, I bought 2 copies with coins. I invested the 400 and I think it was worth it. He works so well with the Android 13 in my opinion. Unfortunately, Super 17 doesn't have big bad bosses. But
Yeah.
he is still really, really good regardless, especially after the release of Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Super 17 softened the blow a little bit, so I have hope that Akatsuki can make things right with those EZAs. I really love Super 17, yeah.
Yeah. Running him on the Target Goku team, he's really good. Like, I think I was easily getting 3.94 million attack stats when he's like maxed out. Tank 70% unconditional damage reduction is insane.
Yeah.
So on top of that, he greatly raised his attack and defense on super. So yeah, once he's
don't forget he's giving crit 17%, which is insane.
Right, which is stupid. It's stupidly good. Like I think on the video I did, what's his name? Metal Cooler, right? The support. I threw him off rotation. I just almost killed like one of the Gokus to move on to the next stage, and I was like, okay, if he can crit here, because he has no crit. I gave him no crit in his kit. I gave him all dodge and additionals, and he got that crit off based off of Super 17 on rotation. So yeah, it's insane how good this guy is. So. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna say he's the best EZA, but he's up there in terms of value from just where he was before to where he is now. So
I decided to give him full additional here. What do you think?
Okay. Full additional works pretty well. Yeah, especially because he gives himself crit. Yeah, I think giving him more additionals would be warranted in this situation.
The only problem
his super attack is really good too, so yeah, I decided to go for that.
The only problem I have with him is similar to Super Saiyan 3 Broly's problem too, but the fact that there's not on that many teams.
Yeah.
Only he's on like 4 teams or something. Androids, artificial life forms, inhuman deeds, and Target Goku. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
And like he isn't even really a team yet, so yeah, I don't know. He's good, but I mean that obviously doesn't take into account the EZA because that was always going to be the case. But that's my only issue with him.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, we will never use Super Saiyan 3 Broly outside of the Hercule punching back event, maybe, but outside of that, I don't see any use for him. I'm sorry. And that's not the case with Super 17. That's why I think Super 17 is not infinitely better, but way better than Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, I'd say he's way better.
Yeah. Well, I think anything is way better than Super Saiyan 3 Broly's EZA at this point. Yeah. Okay, so what about Tech Buff Boo? Any thoughts?
He's good.
Didn't use him yet.
Yeah.
Literally any Boo unit that comes out or gets an EZA is instantly good now.
Yeah. Margin.
Yeah.
Link skill. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, because of the update.
Yeah, so I ran him on the Majin Power team, and I was pre-farming his links just because I actually liked the unit before the EZA, but before the EZA he was garbage. Like you just didn't want to run him. But now it's super good. Like he was hitting attack stats of 3.5, 3.6 million on supreme damage. So that key multiplier, all that stuff, it's really, really good. So the 20% damage reduction when you're 80% or above. It seems kind of weird because you were like, well, why won't you have more damage reduction when you're lower? Just to help mitigate more. But the thing is, with the Boo team, you're just healing so much all the time that you're practically at 100% HP for most of the time. So you're getting the extra damage reduction. I think he raises defense on a super, right? If I want to remember. Let me look it up real quick before I say something incorrect and get crucified in the comments.
Yeah, I think he raises defense for 1 turn.
On the super, I want to say, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, he's pretty defensive. Like, you pretty much want to put him on slot 1 if you wanted. And he's got those good links, right? Majin, Brutal Beatdown, Berserker, Big Bad Bosses,
Yeah, I was
Infinite
going to say,
Regeneration.
the biggest thing about this guy, in my opinion, is the fact that he's a Boo with Big Bad Bosses. Because you take a look at Fat Boo, you take a look at Super Boo, they both don't have Big Bad Bosses. Maybe does Gotank's Boo have Big Bad Bosses? No, he doesn't.
No.
So the only ones that do have it are Boohan and Kid Boo.
Yep.
And now Buff Boo. So the fact that he has Big Bad Bosses means that if we get like an LR Boohan or an LR Kid Boo for the Down Celebration, guess what? He's probably instantly going to be his best linking partner.
Yeah.
So he's going to be important for sure.
Isn't he like the only buff Boo as well?
Yep.
Apart from, I think there's like an SR one, but
yeah, the SR one. Yeah, I was going to say there's that one, but in terms of just a Buff Book as is card, he's the only one. Which I guess we could do a little segue back to 350. What do you guys think the side SSR cards will be for the banners? Assuming it is, of course, like something like Vegito and then Buhan.
I think it's going to be a Hercule.
Yeah.
For the super banner.
Say that,
yeah.
And then for the extreme banner, I think maybe like I don't know, maybe.
How about a Barbie card?
I was thinking like a Yakon. You don't have one yet.
Oh, Yakon, yeah.
Something obscure. I don't know. I don't even know what he would do.
Yeah. It'd be good to get one that is different, like one that we don't have, like a Barbady on his own or Yakon or something like that, and not just like another Dabura or something.
Could be a Boo Tanks. We only have one.
Yeah, because the physical one was okay when he came out, but I don't know how the link updates affected him, but he's not been great for some time. So
yeah.
I mean, we could also get. How many evil Boos do we have? We have 2, right?
Oh,
like straight up evil Boo.
Yeah.
The Boo Piccolo, because there's isn't there one in the game?
The int one. Yeah, the int. Oh yeah, Boo Piccolo could work. Okay. Well, just throwing it out there, I was thinking like, we could see SSR cards, side cards, because Buff Boo could be another side car, I guess.
Could be the guy who shot Hercule with the gun.
That could be true. Alrighty. So yeah, those 2 EZAs are really good. And then this week we've got coming up, we've got the Tech Majin Vegeta and the Physical Fat Boo from the Hero Extermination events. They're getting their easy areas. Any thoughts on their kit? Because the kit was released with the data download.
Well, before that, I want to say that I'm really happy that those Extreme Z areas are returning. The last time it was online, it was December 2019, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very, very happy that I can EZA those units now.
I'm surprised. Okay, go ahead. I was going to say.
You go.
Okay, I was going to say, since the Hero Extermination events are pretty much permanent now, right? Is it every day or is it just every weekend? I can't remember now.
What do you mean? Sorry.
The Hero Extermination events, to farm
the story event.
It's every day. Is it every day? It's every day. Yeah, so the fact that it's here every day, I don't know why the easy area isn't here every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought my game was glitched when I started JP. Really?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, Gresh, sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say for Tech Majin Vegeta, I found that his design was a little bit weird in my opinion because the only real time you're going to be using him, I feel like, is in the World Tournament.
Right.
And in the World Tournament, you're never going to be below 50% health for that
Generally
last part
speaking,
of his
yeah.
passive to activate. So that I found a little bit weird. But other than that, he seems pretty good.
I mean, I will actually, when I easy area him, the next World Tournament, I will actually use him to see how good he is, because there are a lot of AGL AoE cards. You got the Frieza, you've got the LR Majin Vegeta that can counter. You can counter him with the tech one. So I want to actually see how good he is. But yeah, I agree with you that that second part of his passive, where you drop below this percentage and then all of a sudden you get a big boost, you're not really ever going to see it in the World Tournament. Maybe
Yeah,
you'll
'cause-
see it in a story stage, but why would you run Majin Vegeta in a story? You know what I mean?
Because you'd rather just run this STR one, is like infinitely better.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because in the World Tournament, if you get hit once, you're dead. Like, you're not surviving. Like, hello?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That was a little bit weird.
Yeah. What about the Fat Boo? Where is the Fat Boo?
He's a Booyun. He's really good.
He's definitely better. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has Majin. That's all that matters.
And he's got Majin and Infinite Regeneration.
Yeah.
So automatically 4 key, raise attack for 1 turn. Yeah, it's not bad. So definitely to test him out. But I didn't level any of his links, so that's gonna be another like 2 days of grinding, 2-3 days of hell. Alrighty. And I guess we found out the new categories for Super Battle Road. So what I'll do is I'll list one of them and I'll have you guys give your thoughts. How easy it's gonna be? Do you think it's you're surprised if they're here or whatnot? So give your thoughts. So the first one is Representatives Universe 7. Anybody?
It's going to be hard if you don't have leaders for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
True.
if you have the cards, it shouldn't be too hard, I think.
Yeah.
Especially with UI Goku around.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you can get good RNG with LR UI Goku, then that makes any Super Battle Road stage you can run him on a lot easier.
Absolutely. There's 4. Wait, how many U7 leads? We've got Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, the LR Goku Frieza, the Krillin card, the new one, and then what else? Is
The
there one more?
Monaka card, Monaka Beerus, I think.
Oh, the farmable one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you might be running a little trouble if you have to run that card.
Yeah. But that's a
All
challenge
right.
for you, Nolan.
Yeah. Well, Max Links, he might be doing something. We'll see. Okay, so the second category is Wicked Bloodline. I think that's fairly easy, but
It's entirely going to depend on if you have cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the enemies are themed around the stage for the category ones, aren't they? So if the enemies are all like Hybrid Saiyans and Pure Saiyans, then yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, and then everyone in the Wicked Bloodline is part of Terrifying Conquerors, right? So they're going to get that enemies or more. What is it? 50%
Yeah.
boost.
50%,
Yep.
Yeah. So if you take Cooler Lead, take Terrifying Conquerors that are all in Wicked Bloodline, should be fairly easy. So yeah, but yeah, I
just
agree.
use Metal Cooler as a lead and then run a Strength Cooler and pick a Strength Cooler as a friend. So it shouldn't be hard.
Yeah. I feel like that could be one like the Realm of God stage is now, where because the team can be so good, the stage itself will be slightly hard, or at least feel slightly harder than some of the
I was
other
going to
ones.
say they're going to do that for like the last resort.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Time Travelers.
Pretty easy, I think.
Yeah.
I actually don't think
Depends
it's
on
gonna
the
be that easy,
enemies,
just because the leader sucks. Like Goku Black, have fun.
Yeah. Well,
But you can
it
use
depends
Trunks
on the
instead.
enemies you fight. Yeah, because if you use Trunks and Mai, and a lot of the enemies throughout the stage
Our
are
future
in
stage.
the category for their passive, yeah, they can, because they helped a ton on the future stage just by getting all those free dodges.
Yeah, you're getting less stats, I guess, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, you can use the tech trunks, the transforming trunks. Future and time travels overlap so much, so I think you can use the tech trunks, transforming one. Yep.
You could do Dragon Ball Heroes team.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was the first thought. I was like, let's run those guys. Okay, Universe 6.
Easy, super easy.
Yep.
But you have to have the units for it because it's very small.
That's the downside. Is that it's just the category leads. It's Kefla hit. Vados also leads it, but I think she's only 120.
The big question mark for
Some
this
have
one,
it,
I think this stage is specifically going to be the most dependent on what type of enemies there are. Because for like Kefla, the awakenings for the Tech Cauliflower and the STR Kale, like if you're fighting against like pure Saiyans, like you win. Like that GG.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
probably will.
Same thing with Kale and Cauliflower, right? I mean, you're
Yeah.
fighting
Yeah.
like UI Goku, like you're gonna win. Like doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah, if
But
it's
you will
'cause it's the
probably need
universe
strength Kefla
stage,
because it will get destroyed. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, if it's the Universe 7, Universe 6 team, depending on how they do it, if the enemies are Universe 7 or Universe Survival Saga, then yeah, there's going to be a ton of fights where those passives will be active. So
Yeah, it could be very easy depending on the enemies. I agree with that. Just
Yeah.
gonna be a struggle. It's not gonna be a struggle. It's either you got the units to run it or you don't. So that's the only downside. It's because the pool is so small, you can't really even cobble together some semblance of a team if you don't pull the units. So that's the only downside. Okay, next one is movie heroes. I think that one's gonna
Easy.
be pretty
that's
easy.
quite easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to point out that Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku is going to be like the best unit in the game for like 4 or 5 of these stages that are getting added.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Well,
Okay,
I
the
only
next
say Extreme Super
skill,
Battle Super AGL, and Super AGL is extremely hard. So, Movie Heroes might be one of those stages, like Super AGL, Extreme Super Battle Road. I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on how they want to play it. Because there are so many good units in that category, they might just tune up the difficulty to compensate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, Goku's family, and then I'll just throw in Vegeta's family as well. So, thoughts?
I feel like that would be potentially quite easy. I guess it depends how what enemies, and then how they decide to tune up the difficulty. Because Goku and Vegeta family teams are really good options already to run on the Pure Saiyans category stage, and they on that stage make it easy enough. So unless they again tune up the difficulty for that one, I feel like those should be pretty easy. Because also, I imagine they'll probably do the same thing they've done with when they gave us the missions for the Infinite Dragon Ball History stages. You would have to almost assume automatically that the Vegeta family stage, all the enemies will be Goku family, and vice versa. And there's a bunch of units, especially on the Vegeta family, that take advantage of that as well. So
yeah. Okay. I think they'll be fairly easy to do.
I think Vegeta's going to be easier just because of Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta.
Oh
yeah, he is a Super Battle Road MVP. So
yeah, he is. He is the man when it comes to damage reduction for that team. Only downside with Goku's family is more than likely people are going to run LR Super Saiyan for Goku, and if you guys don't remember, he needs to start supering to stack his defense. So he'll take a bunch of damage early, and that might be the downside to some people until they realize, like, oh crap, I got to use an item here or not put him in the first slot because he doesn't have any defense right now. So
another stage for
slot
Spirit
2 or
Bomb
3
Absorb
will be
Goku.
really good. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, I know exactly. Youth stage.
Well, with the tech Trunks and Int Goten around, especially with Gotenks, I think this stage might be easy. That rotation is so busted, Trunks and Goten, with the whole damage reduction thing.
I feel like they might actually like tune down this one a little bit.
Like as down like Peppy Gals? And
no, not that much, but like
no.
enough where it's noticeable. Like Kid Goku's still pretty good. He'll be good here. Who else is even really going to be like super good here?
Yeah,
as I said, Trunks and Goten.
Yeah, that feels like another one of those categories where if you don't have like all of the units to choose from, then it might be difficult to put together a team that will do it easily. So.
I guess LR Gohan, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, it depends on how they tune it, right? If they tune it pretty low, like you think, then he'll be fine. But if it's anything like Super EGL, then Ella Gohan doesn't live that much. Okay, so one of the last two is Super Saiyan. Spirit Bottoms Up Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all we need to say about that one. And last resort, I am not going to call it by the global name. I think that's a stupid name for it. This one was peculiar to me because there are no sub leads besides Blue Vegeta and Blue Gogeta, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you don't have them, then you are out of luck. And they might tune this one up hard too.
Yes, I think so too. Yeah.
Even though Blue Gogeta, Blue Vegito base form, they're not the best, but they can get by. But especially now with the link update, they got by much better on base form. I think they'll tune this one up pretty difficult in my opinion.
I think you could actually do a Patara team if you have like the Int Super Vegito lead, and it would probably work.
Oh yeah.
That is a good option.
Also,
could you do that with
Goku?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's the key to Super Battle Road. Okay.
I guess
there
sleeper
isn't,
option.
I was
just
there
saying,
isn't like. Go on, sorry.
You know, the sleeper option for this stage is the Tech Master Roshi.
Oh, with the Mafuba?
Yeah.
628%. Yeah, that's true.
And he guaranteed stuns.
Yep. Guaranteed crit as well, isn't it, I think?
Yep. You're right. That's not a bad option either. Oh, and in that same vein, the Trunks and Mai for time travelers would be a good option, right?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, be on the lookout, guys, for all of us who do JP content cover it. You'll be sure to see all this stuff at some point. So,
yes.
I think that's it in terms of JP. Anything else you guys can think of before we just go on ahead to questions?
I think that's it. Yep.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do questions. Nas, you still around? Want to hit up the super chats?
I am here, but there were not too many. There was like one or two that I could look at. I just gotta look. That's good timing.
Let me just pull up Dokkan questions while you do that.
Let's see. Man, it's so far back. How do I find it?
Okay. Okay. Well, while you go look through that, I'll go look through the Twitter questions. Let me hit the bottom first. Let's see what we got. Okay. What would you think about the Saint Saga getting more representation, and how would you want it to go? The Saint Saga. So we're talking what? Kaioken Goku and Graded Vegeta?
Yeah, do Dokkan Fest, maybe.
I get to that being a New Year's thing. Or Golden Week. I don't think it's going to be like anniversary level.
Anniversary. Or download celebration worthy?
Yeah. I think Golden Week or New Year's.
That's all we have in terms of Dual Dokkan Fest, right? Anniversary, Golden Week, download celebration, and New Year's, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you with that. Okay. Have you tried Tech Hit at max link levels, and is he good? Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
He's on the bottom of my list of.
You mean you didn't? You mean it wasn't your top priority to get him level 10 links? Come on.
Dear God.
To interject, Jason Maynard asks about a frog Ginyu with a mechanic that switches bodies with Tagoma, Ginyu, some combination of the like. And they asked about what the thoughts on a card like that could be.
I would like to get a normal Ginyu first. How about that? But yeah, that sounds cool. I'd like that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I can't find that donation from like forever ago. It's like completely scrolled out of YouTube. So
Do you have Streamlabs?
I have Streamlabs. Yeah, it's just
show up
not
in
Might be in there.
like it says top chat, refresh chat. I don't know where to go to find that dashboard.
Okay, I'll just while you look, and I got a question here. After we rainbow unit, do you think we should be able to use dupes to level up links?
Sure, why
I
not?
would prefer a
You can't do
special event
much
for
else with
that.
them, so
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
I would say no.
Wait, Ninga, I missed what you said. What did you say?
I mean, I just said sure, why not? Because what else can you do with them? So,
Yeah. Okay.
Save
I'm
them
gonna
for
go
easy
to-
A's.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I'm gonna go on a little rant here. Okay, so here's the thing about the link leveling system that I do not like. I mentioned before, it's all RNG. So it's the problem with using a dupe is you're just completely bypassing the RNG, which is good, but I don't think they want you to do that. So I don't foresee this ever happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
What would have been good to use a dupe for levels is if the link leveling system was based on XP, like an XP bar. It's like, oh, you go to level 1 to 2 if you use 100 stam, and then from 2 to 3 it's 200 stam on this unit, right? And or whatever, like anything along those lines would have been fine. And then a dupe would have been like, oh, we're giving you this unit like 500 XP on the link of your choosing. That would have been fine. Like that would work out if they wanted to do it that way. But because it's purely based on RNG, I just don't ever see it happening. Even though, like if you have a dupe you don't need, where does it go? It goes to Baba. So the Baba points, if you want to like further extrapolate it, you could use Baba points to purchase something to level up links or something along those lines. Sure, but I don't think a straight out dupe for level link would go well at all. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Well, the feature is in its early stages, so it might change in the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I'm not necessarily saying that it could or will happen, but again,
right.
like you said, there's not a huge amount that you can do with dupes. So it's like if it was a thing you could do, I wouldn't be against it being a thing. Essentially, what I meant.
Yeah, I mean, what would have been a good feature is if you used like Baba points. Because okay, so like I said before, once you hit enter, it rolls the probability of you like leveling up a link, right? So what if there's a sliding scale of, hey, I'm gonna use 10,000 Baba points, which is the equivalent of 1 SSR card, to like increase the chance of it to actually level up a link. So it's like a Baba point resource sunken cost there, you know? Like that would have been that's a cool mechanic, right? Like to me, because obviously I've got like what 80. Let me check real quick. Someone take a guess how many Baba points I've got.
Over 10.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. 87 million Baba points. Like if I could use any of these outside of like the medals and stuff in the Baba shop, I would like be happy. On the flip side, I could use the same concept of, I mean, this is also going on a little tangent. Gacha coins, right?
I was
like
literally
if you
just going to say that because you mentioned it before, didn't you?
Yeah, and so
like
here's
any resource that Wales will have a ton of. It'd be cool to do something else with it.
Right now, okay, just because I'm suggesting using gacha coins for link leveling or any other mechanic in the game doesn't mean that I hate free-to-play players or anything like that. If I introduce this mechanic or this concept, the idea is we can get gacha coins from any other resource other than the gacha coins, the gacha shop itself, right? So, hey, you hit top grossing, here's 30 gacha coins, right? Like, I don't know why that isn't a thing. Or a login bonus. Hey, this whole celebration is 2 weeks. If you log in every day for 2 weeks, here's like 15 or 20 more coins for you to spend on whatever, you know? So if I'm suggesting to use the coins on another part of the game and a different mechanic, I'm also suggesting they open up the flow of coins other than, hey, every multi you get 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What were you going to say, Grush?
So you hate free-to-play players?
I mean, if you see my tweets, you know, I try to advocate, but sometimes, man, I just hate you guys. Sometimes. But yeah, so anyways, to continue off the tangent is basically any other way to increase linking leveling system other than RNG. I'm all for. I just don't know how they would implement it because I'm not a dev, right? There's a reason I'm not a game dev. So
I just don't know why they don't have the boost system affect that.
yeah, I don't know either.
Well, I can see. I think they will implement some sort of Elder Kai thing to increase one link skill randomly, just like with the Sleeping Kais.
You know what it's gonna be. Global exclusive Pilaf Stro. It's a thing. It's an item you use. It's an item you use that gives you like a 2x boost to link levels for like an hour.
Chill.
People would buy them. Yeah,
That's
don't
too
give
much.
them the idea because people will buy them.
I mean, I'd buy that.
Yeah, I mean,
I
if I
would
had that
as well.
on, if I had that on JP, I would too. You know, so.
I saw that tweet with the $50. Voila.
And then the thing is, people will still buy it. I'm sure. Okay. Anything, Nas, or there's no super chats?
No, they were just comments more so than questions. Like one
Okay.
person wanted to add some type of rare candies to the peel-off trove to make it do something crazy.
Yeah, I'll do
leveling,
it. I'll
probably.
take that.
Yeah.
What is that? Sounds like Pokemon with the special candies that just level up your things like instantly or something.
Anything with Pilaf Trove, I'm all for it.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity to implement the candy Zeno gave to the Grand Priest in the anime. So yeah,
That's a
that
good point.
could be a thing. Yep.
I mean, this is literally a question I just went on about, but what other things could gacha coins be used for, and what kind of exchange rate? I mean, besides buying units, kind of anything. It's just kind of what their imagination is, right?
You know what they should do? They should have every single Dokkan Fest unit available with gacha coin, but when they're coming around on their banners, they get significantly reduced in price.
Yeah, I was thinking that too because
Yeah.
someone asked, like they want to get Super Vegito, AGL Super Vegito, but he hasn't been back in a long time.
What if
So
they were
were
double the? What if they were double the price, and then whenever they came back on their banner,
They were
at the time
half.
when they were up, they were half. Yeah, exactly.
No, I agree with that. I think that's a good idea, and honestly, that would make an incentive to hold units like those really dead old ones out of the banner, out of like a Dokkan Fest banner. Like you can get rid of MVP 17 and put someone else in, like more of the latest, Dokkan Fest units. And then if
The
you
newer ones,
really
yeah.
want, if the newer ones, and then if you really want the old ones, you just gotta pay a premium for it. But it's always there as an option.
Yeah.
So.
Well, plus
But
they
again-
could even do that to like save putting those older units on the banner, like you said. Like you could take MVP 17 and put someone else in instead, but then have it as like a special offer that while that banner is up, MVP 17 costs slightly less, and then it means they don't have to put him on the banner. But that's still your opportunity. If you want to get him, you could get him then for a little bit less.
Right. I mean, that's a fairly a fair point. Like instead of, let's say, okay, we're throwing arbitrary numbers, but let's say the Dokkan Fest are now are still the 500, but when they're not on a banner, they're 1,000. So you're just cost prohibitive to get them. But then MVP 17 is not on the banner, but instead of 500, he's like 400, or 350, slightly cheaper. So if you really wanted to get him, but he's not on the banner, it's just like, hey, he's just a sale for MVP 17 for the next 2 weeks. Go ahead and grab him. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I we have some good ideas. Just wish they listen. That's all.
Update the friend system.
Well, I mean, that's the most important thing they need to do first, like before they do
That's
anything
the only
else.
thing left on the red list.
Yeah. Okay. We already answered that. Side units. With the new mechanic coming during the download celebration, do you think it's almost certain to be Goku and Vegeta? Also, we
Yep.
can expect a full Wicked Bloodline Link level 10 showcase from Goresh, right?
Yep.
I mean-
that's literally what I'm doing first.
I mean, I've got one too, but yeah, Goresh is going to have one as well. Probably better than mine, to be honest. Looking past 350, will we see Ultimate Gohan in October for Global or Global first?
I mean, there's a lot of time in there. Think about it. We have Kefla now. So now that we're getting
Right.
Kefla, the only other unit that we don't have yet is Gotenks and Boo and Gohan.
Yeah, because when does the download celebration end?
Oh, actually, never mind. And the blue Goku and blue Vegeta.
And Jiren.
Yeah, but that's legendary banner.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, sorry.
The download celebration is going to end like October.
End of September,
it's-
beginning of October. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's November sometime. I forget the date when we should get Gotenks and Boo. Based
Yeah, it's
around
around
the time we got
Thanksgiving.
Trunks and Zamasu last year. Yeah.
It's like the second. It's like the 20 something. That's when we're going to get it. So that's literally a month and a half of like blank space to fill.
Yes, there's got to be something in between there, and then Gotenks and Boo should be November, and then if they stay true to the format again of like the Blue
Global
Boys
first.
being the essential Tanabata, basically that'll be December. So I guess after the 350, there is that space that they could fit Gohan in there, but it'll be interesting to see if they do want to like be catching up that quickly, because we'll be right behind them again if we do that. So
yeah, I mean, I see him happening for you guys. Just again, they might pull a fast one on us and do something different.
Yeah, I think this year might be something different because of the hero stuff that's happening this year. 10th anniversary is pretty big.
Is it November that we could expect new hero stuff for JP?
Yeah, it's the same
always
exact
November.
time where we get the thank you celebration. It's literally like the
Yeah.
same day almost. So
Yeah.
I was thinking they could actually do another same time celebration on JP and Global with hero stuff, and
Yeah.
then push
I would love
Gotenks
that.
and Boo some other time.
I love
Because-
the hero stuff, so I'd be all for that. I don't like having
Yeah.
to wait.
Yeah, same. I mean, this is like literally it's the 10th anniversary.
The
And they
biggest
did the
deal.
survey, like you want LRs and Dokkan Fest for heroes. It's like
Exactly.
this is it. This is the time.
Plus, going from those latest leaks, I can't not mention that our boy Masked Super 17. So many people tagged me in that heroes reveal post. I was like, literally the two biggest themes of my channel combined into one thing. So he is. If he is on the next Heroes banner, then yeah, I definitely don't want to be waiting for Global to get that banner.
You have to rainbow him in one sitting. So yeah.
I absolutely will. Like, I will stream summons on that banner, and I will not stop until he's rainbow if he does get added to the game. I mean, hopefully he's not terrible, but I mean, I will do it anyway.
Oh man. All right. We'll take one last one, and then we'll take a break to Legends. But last question, I thought this was pretty good. Post link update. What do you guys prefer? 4 key, 150 across the board, or 3 key with a 170, 130 split?
Depends on the team, I think.
It depends on the team, yeah. If there are a lot of LRs who need key and so on.
Yeah, with the way the meta is, we've got a lot of LRs coming. And there's at least an LR on some category team, right? So I would rather have 4 key 150 across the board in that regard. But
I think that's probably the better option if you're going just on average. But yeah, I think it's very team dependent.
Yeah.
I feel like because it's more valuable now as well, I guess, for some teams because of the change that came along with the link update with the no double key links for the unit in the middle slot. So having more key from the lead for a team that could be quite LR heavy is definitely going to be helpful.
Yeah, just a little side note. Do you think 4 keys the max we'll get from a leader skill You think
We
they
already have
could've-
5 key from the
I was gonna say
anniversary
the
Goku,
5-year
the free
Blue
play
Goku,
one.
Yep.
yeah. Do you think it'll be a mainstay though?
No.
No. It'd be
Okay.
interesting to see them do it for like it'd be interesting for a team that is almost designed to be made up of LRs to take advantage of having 5 key, but then they'd have to balance it by having the percentage part of the leader skill be a lot lower. So it'd
Right.
be a weird sort of team build where it's like a fun kind of team. You can bring all your LRs and they're all going to get 18 key supers super regularly, but they won't be doing as much damage because the overall leader skill is lower. But it could happen.
Okay. You make a good point with nerfing the stats, but increasing the key.
Mm.
Thoughts, Sunblade?
You might be able to work around that with support cards. I don't know. I think, yeah, we should stick to the key +4 and the high stats instead of key +5 and like low stats. I don't like that idea as of right now. So
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want it to become like a mainstay thing, but like I feel like it's something we could randomly see on 1 or 2 like one-off cards, but I don't
Yeah.
see it becoming like a regular thing.
There was
Yeah.
a time when you didn't even have key at all in the leader skill.
oh yeah.
Oh
the-
yeah. Best leader was physical Bardock without his
Yeah.
Dokkan Awaken. So with his fantastic leader skill of all units key +2, let's go.
Yeah. It just reminds me of the video we did, Gresh, with looking back on the anniversaries. Everyone's like, this should have been titled "Boomers Take a Look Back in Their History of Dokkan." Alrighty. I think that we'll call it there for questions, guys. I don't think we got any more super chats in the meantime, which is fine. But I think we'll just take a quick break before we head into Legends. So again, appreciate Sunblade and Mass Ningen for showing up. It is a super early morning for them, so it's very thankful that you guys are here. So
yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, that was super cool to be on. I appreciate it.
awesome. All right, so we'll take a 5-minute break before we head into Legends. So here we go.
Yeah, I'll still be here just chilling and entertaining everybody. I can actually start cursing at the game now.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Hey, Paul.
Seems
All right,
that
Good morning.
I set my alarm for the exact right time.
Oh, before I head
I
out, can we tag all the other guys to get in here?
Oh, you little jelly bean shitheads need to get out of my way.
Yo, play Isle.
The Isle, bro, there's a huge controversy with that game. The developers are pedos and everybody hates the game now, so...
What happened?
The one of the lead developers is diddling in kids' cooters and stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah, one of the developers, not Dondi, but the other one, is has some serious allegations against him. I should say allegations. So
Him and everyone else in the world.
you like the Isle, huh? You don't like Fall Guys?
It's the same thing every time.
Yeah, but I just gotta whoop all these people's asses.
It still looks pretty fun, though.
Dude, this game is like exploding on social media right now. It's crazy. Wait, why? No, stop. Done. Do that right there.
Yeah, I mean, just look at how many viewers it has on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
there
like
is
always
not
in
very
there.
much depth to it. Gresh is right. It's kind of repetitive. I usually play it for like an hour or two, and then I'm like, all right, let's move to something else. But
Yeah, this is gonna be like one of those games that'll last for like 2 weeks and then. just
if they
falls off.
continue to add more stages and stuff, then it'll be good. It's still brand new. I don't think they were really expecting this game, but goddamn, to get as big as it did. Like most of the entertainment, I think, comes from just watching people rage about the game.
Yeah, it's like a
that
stream
one-
game.
It was mad.
Rage and despair.
Dude stole my tail from like a mile away, and I couldn't get his. Oh, I got it! Get away from me, bitch! Oh, well, I just grabbed him and it didn't give me the tail! This son of a...
I see someone's just thoroughly enjoying this game.
I mean, it makes me angry in a fun way, so I can't complain too much.
Not like Legends. You mean?
Yeah, that just makes me angry in an angry way.
in a rage way.
Although I was winning that last one, and then I just got disconnected, so that pissed me off. Wait, that dude's on my team. Get out of here. Give me your fucking tail. Dude, stop grabbing me. I don't have a tail, man.
I'm just gonna be grinding this raid the whole time.
Yeah, I just put that on as
Oh
well.
my god, my own teammate just ganked my tail. Give me your shit.
Come here, you little.
As long as my teammate ended up with it, I'm fine. Give me your shit. Give me your shit, bitch!
I think we should add that to the podcast.
Right? The competitive PvP nature of grabbing tails.
Yep.
Well, the
sounds
chat
like
is obviously enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a Saiyan thing to do, right?
Gotcha! I ran across the whole map. Oh god. You stay away from me.
Alright, I'm back. Brad in here?
Yes!
Brad, are you in all those guys?
Is who, what, where, and when?
And Dakaba, Brad, all those guys
tag
here.
them in Twitter. I will as soon as I get out of this match I'm playing. I'll tone this down. But if you want to do it in the meantime, because I don't see their names above my heads on the.
Well, they're not in
stream.
here, but I can also
know
message them.
Brad was in the chat on YouTube. Oh, last time I played this one, I lost because there was a bunch of people in my way.
I'm just getting people. All right, Brad.
I just messaged him.
Super Moji Bro
Yeah.
in chat. Yes, I've been addicted to Marvel Duel as well. It's so much fun.
Yes, sir.
That's something that me and Nalar could probably host an entire podcast about, but
I know, right?
we don't want to ruin this one. Everyone just needs to get the heck up out of my way.
Let me tag Undercover in here.
I don't remember if Ryuden said he could make it or not.
He did.
Why does this Kefla active skill sound so bad?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
I need to
Oh,
get
It
you
sounds
surprised?
so bad. Like the sound quality is like from the
They put it through a
1940s.
filter.
Some of the English ones have that really weird, like, filter sounding effect on them. I
It's
don't
like
know why.
Yeah.
screeching.
They put like a high pass filter and a low pass filter and just like fucking left it going and then just put a compression on it to just make it sound terrible.
Because I have not watched any of the. I've watched some of the series in general, but I don't think I've watched any of the Tournament of Power dubbed. So I literally have no idea what Kefla's voice sounds like. So I was waiting for the clip to come out on Twitter to actually hear her active skill in English. But
I haven't watched a single episode of Super in English. I probably should watch the dub just to watch it once.
Yeah, it's not bad. Some of it's better than the rest of it, but
yeah, I think the only thing I've come across so far, I think because my girlfriend prefers to watch dub, so we've when you get to the Goku Black arc, the Rose Goku Black voice. Oof.
Oh yeah, I hate that voice.
Oof.
Also, don't shoot. This
Why
man
has he
isn't
become
black.
English all of a sudden?
Yeah, I don't understand. It's like English people just sound like evil. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's very, very
Next
weird.
up, Zamasu with a Russian accent.
there are certain things I like about the English dub more than the Japanese dub, and then there's a lot of things I like about the Japanese dub more than the English dub. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce her name right, but what is Mizuaka, the Goku chick? Like, I have no problems with her, but she voices like Bardock, Goku Black, Turles, and like she doesn't. I mean, they all sound identical. I mean, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, but it's nice to have some subtle different voices in the English version, little stuff like that.
I'm here, by the way. In case you want
What's
to.
up, Brad? I'm going
Who asked?
for the
Totally.
crown. No, get out of my way, you sons of bitches.
Yeah, it's like I didn't mind the for the normal Goku Black voice. He sort of made his voice a bit more like it was a bit deeper and a bit gravelly. It was almost like Goku trying to sound like the Nolan trilogy Batman, but like
Yeah.
that was okay.
Well,
But then
where
all
did
of a
that
sudden
ball
he goes
come
from that
No,
to
get out
like
of here.
all of a sudden he goes from that to being English. It's like,
I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. Oh, that person missed the jump. He's gonna get it. Damn it. Second place.
Well, in Germany, we got the German dub, of course, and it's just terrible. It's so much worse than the English
Did you
one.
watch
So,
that?
just
I'm a huge fan, so I just watched it to see how bad it is, and it's so bad you can't even imagine. It's
oh
oh my god, you guys
So
are raging
this-
about the US dub. You have no idea how bad the German dub is.
So
Maybe
in
I should
the
check that
German
out.
dub, does his accent change when he goes rosé in the German dub as well?
No, it does not.
Goku Black
Because that was the thing,
Saxonian.
obviously. That was what I think that's one of the reasons why it stood out even more is the fact that in the Japanese version, his voice doesn't change at all. Like, why would his voice change just because he's gone Super Saiyan? But then in the English dub, it's completely different. It's weird.
Sunlight, can you imagine him speaking like a Bavarian? You know, like Oktoberfest version of Rosé.
Yeah.
And by the way, in
Oh my
response, Pomzor, y'all asked where was I at. I was listening to the podcast.
I know. I saw you in the chat, like the YouTube text chat.
Brad, we are very happy to have you here, and we love you, and we're here for you,
You sound sarcastic, bro.
dude. I'm just tired. It's 4:50 a.m.
Why are you here, bro?
because out of my own free will.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
are
what
we
should I
still muted?
say?
Are we still muted? Or are we good to go?
Oh, I never.
Ryuden
muted
said
it.
he's gonna be here soon.
All
by
right,
the
just
way.
give me 20 seconds. I need to close my balcony door to not piss off all my neighbors because 30 degrees and everybody has their doors open. So I'll be right back.
Oh.
I neglected to
we-
mute it just because I've been here entertaining everybody while y'all were off. So
We have so many people.
yeah, you can see the column of names right above my head. This is gonna be fun for me to edit all these audio tracks.
Yeah. Have fun, man.
I'll probably get it done like by Monday, like early afternoon.
Yeah,
Hey, it's
just let me
showing
know.
Craig. Craig's here.
Craig's here all the time.
Now recording. Oh god.
All right.
Craig's actually my favorite Dragon Ball Legends YouTuber, so I'm glad he's here.
He's put out some quality content lately.
I mean, honestly, though. There's some dude who makes Legends content who's named Craig, and he's like, hell yeah, dude. Like, he didn't hear the first part of that. He's like, nice. Yeah, I do.
Better than Chad, right?
I mean, I don't know, man. Chad's a good... Is Chad a good thing or a bad thing? I have no idea. Like, people call me a Chad all the time, and I'm like, I should be offended here? Or like, I have no idea.
Maybe it's just funny because it rhymes.
I guess. I don't know. I don't
Yo,
know.
Brad,
So,
you want to form co-op during this?
yeah,
Not
that's
co-op,
the,
the raid.
that's the plan, dude. Y'all, if you want to... Do you want to send the invite? You want me to?
You do it. I don't want to do that.
Oh, that's good. Like a lazy ass. All right.
Game
By
is even
farm
better.
co-op,
Sending
meaning
invites.
you guys are doing the PyCon one, I'm assuming, not the crappy metal cooler one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The PyCon one's so good, dude. I've literally ran
Dude,
it
it's
like
insane.
probably like 300 times. Easy.
Yeah, same.
Mhm.
I don't even get tired of it. It's so easy to do. You just watch TV while you're doing it. It's so easy.
So
Oh,
what,
yeah.
y'all are just doing it for getting the 10 equipment medals every time for the exchange shop, the special one?
Well, you get erasers, you get like gold bells,
Gold
which I don't
bells,
know
yeah.
if gold
I
bells are
got
ever
none
going
of
to
that
come in handy.
stuff. I got the 10 medals
You get
every time.
crystals, you get Zenkai souls, you get everything.
Dude,
And
yeah,
you
they
get
give
a
you like...
decent amount of the coins.
Oh, and yeah, dual coins build up pretty quick too, and you get like 10 per. I'm trying to invite you, but all of a sudden now I'm connecting for 3 minutes, so hold on. There we go.
I suppose.
Wait, who are you
Yeah, I
running?
I'm running Turles.
Dude, run transforming Vegito. He smashes everything.
Yeah, he runs through that thing.
I use
That's what I'm doing,
Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, and he destroys pretty quick. You throw a couple of those Kamehamehas at him, and he's dead with the Rising Rush.
I was using the OG Blue Spirit Bomb Goku, and he was doing pretty good, dude. So,
You're such a slut.
dude, it's
Oh, so
wild
you're
how
one of
many
those people that,
shallots.
that jumps in the match with the completely the wrong character.
I don't know how many shallots I've seen that aren't even soul boosted, and it's like, bro,
Yeah.
he's free. Like,
Dude, somebody told me yesterday they had like a bunch of full power Super Saiyan 4s in a row. So a green unit against purple. Sounds good.
is your name Garesh or is it something weird?
It's Big Green from when I was showcasing 16.
Oh, that's perfect. You're the first person on the list. I don't have to scroll down. That's dope.
I'll
Yeah,
call
whenever you log in
Liver
and log
Brain.
in, it refreshes it and puts you at the top.
Dude, our guild sucks, bro. Like we so underperformed, dude. We
Ever
still hit
since
like
we
over
got rid of
900.
the first one and Nalar quit, we lost our whales.
Well, we have like 20. We have like 20 people or something.
Hey, see, look, right? As long as you're bronze, I don't think it's that bad, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Dude,
Also, speak
I
for yourself.
hella missed the gold rewards though. Let me tell you what. Like I built up those damn medals so fast, or whatever they are, the guild coins. I built them up so fast when we were gold. It was amazing.
All right, guys. Let's just hop into Legends. I think Ryu's going to be a little bit late, but
Yeah, he
Let's,
said so. He's taking care of something.
yeah. So welcome back to the podcast. We're now hopping into Legends. So let's get started. For Legends, we've got Brad, Goresh, Nazarachi, and Dakaba. I'm here just grinding.
And
Gohan
Dakaba.
tournament.
my name.
And
That sounded like you're in the cupboard.
Like, Kuba is like what everybody calls me, so just you can call me Kuba.
Kuba. All right, we got Kuba here. I'm sorry. Palmzor is here. He's new to the Legends portion of the podcast. So,
Hello.
yeah, why don't you go tell everyone a little about yourself in case they don't know who you are. But go ahead.
Hello. My name is Pomzor, and my hobbies are horseback riding and writing love letters. Sometimes I play Dragon Ball Legends, currently mostly on Twitch, and I do a lot of wacky shit. So, yeah.
Of
I
course.
watched your blindfold challenge and I was like, bro, what is this? Like, it's hella funny though.
Yeah. Dude, later when I didn't record, I actually beat somebody blindfolded. I have no idea what happened.
That's dope.
Alrighty. Well, again, welcome to the podcast, and yeah, we'll get started with some of the topics. Again, I don't really play Legends as much anymore, so it's basically what I see in the news. All right, so Zenkai Android 16, I think he's still worthy to talk about, but
I got to talk about him, bro. Please.
all right, go ahead.
Okay.
Take the floor,
everybody
sir.
who's watching right now, okay, I need y'all to watch. Okay, people who are going to be listening to this recording now or later, listen. Okay, I've never heard of Vegito Blue. Okay, Vegito who? Okay, my man 16 really got that boost. Pulls up. You can one-shot this man. Finally, we have something to fight against Vegito Blue. And not only that, Super Vegito, never heard of him. Hyuzamasu, never heard of him. I don't know who they are. I'm sorry. Zenkai 16 is, in my opinion, a phenomenal unit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can have different opinions. I feel y'all. But from what he brought to the table, being strong, bulky, and can finally one-shot, like, you know, the unit that's been dominating the meta for Lord knows how long now, I'm for it. I think it's a great inclusion. And that's, like, not even at, like, what, 1,400% too, and can still take him down. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, I use them at Zenkai 4 with only the minimal amount of boost panels required to fill out the first page and then to get that first ability off the third page, and that's it. And he still does pretty good work. His damage isn't quite there if you don't go all the way to 6 for the last passive, but you can still very easily work around that and just prioritize him as a defender, and he'll stack offensive buffs as he takes damage. So it's a pretty good Zenkai. It kind of goes with the theory that I've mentioned a bunch of times that they're going to pepper in a bunch of Zenkais that aren't good and then some that are really good to kind of add value to the mix. Like, you're not going to necessarily... I mean, some people will do every single one, but there'll be standout examples of ones you should prioritize versus other ones that are skippable, basically, based off...
Let's not point fingers here, okay?
Yeah, like, I mean, I didn't do the purple Scouter Vegeta at all. He's pretty skippable. He wasn't really required in any way for any teams right now. I mean, I'm not saying you can't use him with successful results, but for someone who has to prioritize where to spend, like, that one was completely skippable, whereas 16, like Ndakuba said, had a huge impact on the game. So,
Yeah, I think at Zenkai 7, he has a legitimate argument to be the best Zenkai unit in the game. He does every single role. He's a tank, he's a healer for himself. He's a support unit, and he's a damage dealer. Like, he does everything. He's literally purple cooler, but better. And for a tag that really needed a buff a lot more than movies or... Well, movies the buff, but I think Androids was literally like a dead team before this.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I could. I don't even think I could have asked for a better like upgrade to the team than this. Like, it's insane.
Wait,
If you like
his
Android,
blast damage. Blast damage is poo poo.
What's up, Raiden?
Hello.
actually, his blast damage is not terrible if you have him get hit like once or twice. It's actually not that bad.
The only issue is his first passive when everyone's up is strike attack. If that was damage inflicted 40%, then it'd be a lot better. But you need someone to die.
wait, I forgot to. I forgot if it was like cover change or just like at the end of the combo, but like the 50% health restoration that you get like at the end of a combo too. Like especially if you time that and like throw them in like a rising rush or whatever the case may be, and out of God's goodwill you end up surviving, you get like half of that damage back. Oh.
Yeah, that is restricted to cover change only, but it is extremely good. Like, you could very easily use that and throw him right in front of Merge Zamasu's ultimate arts, and he will eat it and come right out of it, happy.
You ever had a moment where you're facing Fusion Warriors, the last opponent, all they got is a Kefla left, you Rising Rush, they guess it, and then Kefla heals like 20% of the Rising Rush damage. You're like, oh, great. She's at half health. Well, this guy heals more now. So if you're lucky and you guess the Rising Rush and it's towards the end, he basically goes back to full health, and then you're screwed. Because if he's the last guy, he takes less damage. He becomes pseudo last stand guy.
And the fact that he has an ability that just like pretty much guaranteed kills anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's basically a Rising Rush, but you're sacrificing one of your own units too. So if you're in a situation where you have 2 units left alive, and the enemy has 1 left alive, like you just win. Like if you get them into a combo, you win because you just blow up and they're dead.
Plus
So like, yeah.
Actually,
the 70 key on main is pretty good too. Like 70 key is ridiculous. Even if you just pop and then you send it to somebody else, you can be right back into 100 key from 0. Like, it's fantastic, dude.
Wait, I forgot. 16's like SD, like it's fixed damage, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It still is affected by type advantage, type neutral, and type disadvantage. But
I don't think it is. I think it's a flat number, and the only thing that changes it is sustained damage cut. That's it.
Yeah, because if you do it to Merge Zamasu, it'll do like 500k damage. But if you do it to a green,
that's because he has 40% sustained damage cut.
No, I mean if he's just standing there, like if you do it to like a neutral position and you hit a purple unit with it, it'll do a fixed amount of damage. It's just less than what it would do to a blue unit.
Is it though? Yeah. I don't think so. I mean, in Garesh's video, he blew up Bojack right off the bat. Just
Bojack
like
doesn't have very good defenses, so I don't know. I mean,
Bojack's a glass cannon.
To my understanding, because I've done it versus purple units, and it definitely didn't kill them. And do it to the same thing to a green unit, and they're just gone with like a full health bar.
I was gonna say I tried it against Super Vegito, the LF Super Vegito, and I one-shotted him. Like, yeah.
Fatality.
Can you imagine?
What's crazy about that is he gives you buffs when he dies. So like you just do it, and it's not even a net neutral. It's literally a net positive because if you kill the enemy and you die, guess what? Your whole team is buffed up now.
Yep.
So
can you imagine if one of his passives he got endurance?
Oh God!
You blow everybody up and then you're still around 1 HP.
That's actually what happens in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Like he blows himself up and he survives with 1 HP.
That would make him the best unit in the game, in my opinion. If he had endurance, best unit, no doubt.
It'd be kind of what Vegeta did in the Tournament of Power against Topo, right?
Yeah,
it would be hilarious. You just blow purple up. The guy's like, I guess I win because for whatever reason, if you blow up the dude and you're the last guy, you lose. But if you had endurance, it's like, I win.
Psych.
That would be so busted, bro. Like everybody would save 16 for the very end. It just would not even be fair.
Yeah, people in the chat are, and I'm not meaning to start like any type of combative argument, but people in the chat like Spider seemingly are agreeing that like 16's explosion will do like 2 million damage flat out with no ups or downs based on except for the blue card, the green card. But then if you're doing it versus a purple unit, they'll still get 50% defense versus that. Like 2 million, so it'll reduce it by down to 1 million to a purple unit. Whereas if you do it to a green unit, they'll take 50% more damage than the 2 million, so they'll take 3 million instead. But
You know
I
what's
mean,
funny
you can
about
still
this?
one-shot a purple unit because of a million damage. If you hit them any type, you'll still probably
In all
nuke
these
'em.
games, 16 has the self-destruct, but he never actually does it in the show.
That is
Yeah,
true.
the bomb gets
Yeah,
taken
because
out.
the bomb was removed. Yeah, that's funny.
He got castrated before.
Could you imagine if they added like some random perk where it's just like self-destruct is an automatic like guaranteed KO against like Cell, no matter which version of Cell it is. So like they like release some new super powerful Cell in the future, and you just got Zenkai 16. Like, oh, ha, ha, ha. So
I think he, like everyone's mentioning, he is absurdly good. I think the weakest part about him is still, and the androids team is not terrible by any means, but once they get some newer, more relevant, more powerful members, I think he'll shine even more. Because like,
Yeah, I think they need like one or two more like top tier
Yeah.
units, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, this team is one of the best teams now.
I mean, who are the good units right now? Like
I
you have
usually-
16, you have 21.
I run him with the dual
then-
21s, but that's super predictable, and people will try and counterpick you like all the time. Like start with a green and then a yellow and then purple to counter that. So I more often than not actually end up starting with Fusion 13, bringing Perfect Cell, and then 16, and that because then you have a cover option on every single person. Like 16 come in with the heavy defense, Fusion 13 come in and interrupt strikes, and then you have Cell to just negate the Rise and Rush. So that usually has worked out pretty well for me as like a counter pick to the counter pick of the 21 build.
I was using the Extreme 13, the red one. I mean, I have him at 7 stars, which I assume isn't a common
good.
thing.
Yeah,
he's like
good.
really, really good with him. Like, if 16 can't take a hit or something, you just chuck that guy in, and he takes 70% less damage, and he has
70
boosted
or is
damage
it
against
90%
Goku.
for just one hit.
70.
70. Okay.
Yeah, he's absurd. Like, but again, 7 stars is tough for those kind of units. The blue 14 isn't bad, I guess. He's better than the blue 13 in my opinion, but it kind of all really depends. I think 21's probably still one of your better options overall. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good build. It's just prepare for people to try and counterpick you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm. But 21 still got those quick switches, which were really helpful. And somebody actually on my stream built me a team. I think it was red 13 and blue 14. Is it 14? I keep mixing the numbers up. Yeah, and you pretty much have like so many quick switches with that team. It's ridiculous. You just come back in all the time.
Yeah, they lower it by like 5 counts or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can just chuck them right back in. It's a solid team. It's just finding those extremes at that high of a star. Because if you're like 2 stars on them, probably not gonna be better than 21. Like,
you don't want to play that. That's true.
I just think like the 21s give you like much versatility though, because like usually like when I'm using androids, I lead off with either 21, well, good, or I keep on saying like good and evil, but it's just purple and blue. But
the humanoid
mainly because of the fact that like I don't want to like throw like 16 in there like at first, like I want to be able to like keep him in the back end just in case. And not only that, like because if you have like for example like Perfect Cell and red Fusion 13, then already, or how I would assume the opponent is thinking, it's like, oh crap, like they got like this unit that can like take strike, this unit that can get you out of Rise and Rush. I'm gonna find a way to counter them while still having to deal with Zenkai 13. So it's like they're probably gonna focus on trying to knock out or counter those units. That it's like, okay, like, well, I have the freedom right now to potentially pick, either 21 because you got one that can deal nerfs and then one that's just strong. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the old Android team I used to play had also all the 3 cover changes. So you have the Fusion 13, you have Super 17, and you have Cell. And then that would also result in people dropping combo more often, which you could predict, vanish, and then just do something else.
I'm just happy that people aren't using Vegito Blue anymore, man. Like, what a time to be alive.
Yeah, honestly, the best thing about 16 is that you bring him on your team, and the enemy doesn't even bring Vegito into the battle. Like they just don't bring him. Like that's good enough for me.
I'm the only one that hasn't had that happen. For some reason, they still bring him. I guess they just really want the early Rising Rush.
I did a video with 16 and Beerus on the same team, so that's 2 Zenkai green units, and I found people who still brought him. I'm like, what are you doing?
I guess that's how good his card churning is. He just spits out so many cards. They're like, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna Rising Rush him with a purple anyways.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
but then you have another green.
Everybody in chat's talking smack on Fusion 13. I don't think he's that bad. I mean, he's definitely not Apex, but he's not terrible.
The thing with him is he's just a two-shot by Vegito because he's a fusion warrior and he's red. Same thing with the
Yeah.
Lega.
He literally gets folded like a wet newspaper.
Oh yeah, from Vegito Blue, that's no contest for sure. But if you have 16 and you're able to, contain the Vegito Blue, then there's nothing wrong with Fusion 13.
Honestly, I'd still take the risk and bring him just because I feel like this meta did two things. One, a green is necessary, and two, a unit that covers on strike is necessary. So valuable. That red Goku that buffs Future and Sun family, oh my god, this guy is so valuable, so useful. Even though he's red, just coming in on strike cards is perfect.
No, I 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah,
I don't-
think
Fusion-
all of those
Fusion
cover
13 is
change.
like he's in a weird spot because, like Gresh said, it's because he's red and fused worthy. He takes a butt ton of damage, but like if 16 blows himself up, he already gets boosted from both other androids being dead. So if you can take out that Vegito Blue with an explosion, I mean your Fusion 13 is going to be an absolute monster at that point. So it's a double-edged sword depending on what you want to do. What's your team based around. He's not a bad option. I would say he's be like 6 stars plus. I don't think you can go in with like a 3-star Fusion 13 and be all right. I think you got to be a little bit higher on him.
So
Because you're not even going to take like 2 hits if you're below like 4 stars or something. You'll literally just go down to 2 strike cards. But I don't know. I mean, really, androids, they just need a giant. They're going to get a buff. I would almost guarantee it. They're going to get something. I just want like a solid blue.
Who would even be the next android now?
Dude, I would love a dual 17 and 18. I was talking about it on stream.
Yep.
Or jump to the Tournament of Power and give me Tournament of Power 17. I'll take either one of those. I'm 100%
Ranger
down.
17 and Tracksuit 18 could both be good. You have
Well, see, the 17,
Arale.
he benefited from blowing up in the tournament, right? Like that was his whole thing. Is he blew up and then he survived it. So he fits on that team at this time where this team's all explosion based and crap. Like
endurance.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, dude, that'd be amazing. If we got like a
would love-
solid blue, I'd love it.
A sparking version of 19 and 20 wouldn't be bad.
Alrighty, but
It wouldn't be. They could be
no, it'd be
support.
cool. Now, they need something. They never get any love in like any game ever, so they need
Yeah.
something.
They're just
There's a
like
reason, but-
seeing now. It's like, oh, this guy, of course.
Like
That would be
wouldn't
pretty
mind
funny if they
LFL.
released a busted ass 19, and then we all had to be like,
LF19.
"Damn, dude!" Like,
Hey, that could be a dual unit, 1920.
What
I
would,
know
what
they
would
didn't
their
have
LF
that together,
even,
but
what would their LF even be?
Drain
Getting
energy.
bodied by
Yeah,
Vegeta.
energy
Sure.
drain.
They're just sucking you into their little holes.
If any android is going to get a LL, I think it's either be Cell. I mean, that one's obvious, or a combo support, type unit with 17 and 18 together. I think
Some
it'd
with
be
the
one of
fusion
those two.
support or the future support for Cell. That's why I don't want to sell.
Well, I don't mean like
Like, I do
support,
and don't.
support, like the type support, is just what they call those units that are the
yeah.
two things mashed together.
No,
Yeah,
I just mean the future support for like the team. I don't want to get a legendary finish Cell that's ridiculous.
But
that
he could be
help
Android
Future
and
really
Regen,
good
right?
again. Yeah, he could be.
So I mean, like, of course, he would probably still be on the future tag, but he doesn't have to buff it necessarily. So I think it could still be balanced-ish.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, right now the game's really not even balanced at the moment. Still, like 16's absurdly good past the unit that was like absurdly good. So, but it's never going to be fully balanced. We can never expect that.
I think you still see like 90% off Vegito Blue-based teams like Future and Fusion, just because also not everybody goes for the Zenkais.
Oh yeah, I would recommend everybody go for at least Zenkai 1 minimum for everything. Every time the banners come back, if you just drop 1,000 crystals on each Zenkai over like 6 months, you get them finished up. That's my opinion, at least, because they're the wave. This is where the game wants you to move to. Like,
I think people are gonna wait till like November because like with all the
Oh, yeah.
old Zenkais, yeah, they still do
Yeah.
the old method where the new method
Yeah.
is godly. So
oh yeah,
yeah.
Dude, I had
Britain
some
Zenkais
kid-
you guys are waiting for?
some kid tweeted me when I was doing
Broly.
Zenkai 16s, like summons or whatever. Some kid tweeted me, got 2 of the 1500s in one multi, and I was like, "You son
What?
of a bitch!"
I know. I
I
was
was
waiting
like,
for that to happen. I
That
already
is
commented it.
literally like that's pulling like
Is that
5
Nano?
LFs luck wise, dude. It was crazy. I'd have to find the tweet for you guys. It was like 2 weeks ago, or like a week ago at this point.
No,
whenever
he's
16
right.
came
I
out.
saw it too because it was a dude that got him all the way to Zenkai 7 in 3 multis.
I was like, bro.
I saw somebody who needed one more. I think needed 100 Z power to get the Zenkai 7, and he got the 1500 off a single.
Wow, that sucks.
Well, now he can buy 10 Zenkai souls from the shop, right, with the medals.
All right. Okay, so we all have said whatever we want to say with Zenkai 16.
Of
I
all
will
the
say
most
just one
recent
last
ones,
thing.
he's the most worthwhile one for you to spend your money on. Is a good closing thought.
Yeah, right now he is definitely.
Kappa, would you,
And then
What were you gonna
also, on a footnote of that, anticipate another really strong purple unit being released soon, probably like after this Boo Tanks and Transforming Gohan banner, to then counter him, because that's what they like to do.
It's a game, man.
Oh, I just wanted to say real quick, right? That to anybody who took the survey, if any one of you guys put for the next Zenkai unit to be Vegito Blue, we have to sacrifice y'all to the volcano. That's all I'm saying. They use that as the example. Which Zenkai unit would you like to see next? For example, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegito. No.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
guys vote for that just out of curiosity?
he's falling off right now.
Put in the chat what you guys put. For me, it's kind of obvious, but everyone else.
I put the Bora.
I put
No,
Bardock.
it's I put Bardock as well.
Actually,
It's not obvious.
Bardock, green Bardock.
Green Bardock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I put blue Bardock because I want to run GT Goku again.
Oh god! I think I just want Holy Trinity to come back.
So why don't you
I
just
do. I
recommend
feel
GT
GT would
Goku
be fine
to
in this
Zenkai
meta,
then?
dude. Like, I love Holy Trinity to be back. I love Super Saiyan teams.
To be honest, I would put in like stop the Zenkais and go back to the free buffs.
Yeah,
There you
I mean,
go.
I'm with you on that. They're not going to. I think this is like one of
Yeah.
those toxic ways to double monetize the same characters we've already paid for. But I mean, well,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
what we got now. So
Vegito.
you know.
It's like quadruple monetized, bro. Like once you get to the point of summoning a unit 17 times, you definitely spit on a banner more than once to get him. Like,
And then you got someone on the Zenkai banner at the minimum like 7 to 8 more times.
no. So I was thinking about. So I was talking. I think it was Mini Maxi I was talking to about like what would we want to see with Zenkais. I would love. It never will be, but I would love Zenkai 3 to be free, and it's just a bitch of a grind. Or they give us like a raid like this or something to kind of get those tickets like we do for the other ones, and then you can go up to 7 by paying for it. But then it's no different than Legends Road. So I don't know, like Legends Road is straight up free to play the entire way. So I don't know what they would really want to do, but I would love Zenkai 3 to be completely free all the way up to that, because then you get up to the cards and stuff, and then if people want to push that extra 4, they can.
Or at
Like,
least not like straight up free, but earnable via events and time and spending your attention on the game, which is also what they want in addition to money.
they've gotten better at
Yeah.
giving us Chrono Crystals. I got to give it to them. I mean, I've gotten a solid 4,000 Chrono Crystals last week just from grinding the game. Like, I can't even hate on them at all.
I mean, we got 1,000 from the raid, right?
Yeah.
So there's that,
And then
you got
500 from the
Turles event.
survey. Like,
Yeah, Turles event is new. Got a
they've
bunch
definitely
of
gotten
new
better.
shows.
Like,
Yeah.
there's no way to deny it's getting better. It's just, I don't know. It'll never be
This is
perfect.
what
They
the-
can't just give us 10,000 a week or something. Everybody's like, yeah, I'd like 5 free
course.
multis a month. It's like, well, they can't do that.
No,
Like, they
the
need
better
to make
thing
money
to
still.
do, as opposed to flooding with more currency for people that aren't satisfied, is to just give every player every character at 0 stars for free, and then from there you got to summon to power them up. That way you get
That'd be
at least a little
amazing.
teaser.
If they
you get
really
a
did
little
that-
useless teaser of your character.
Yeah, 'cause you still got to get them like 17 times. Like,
Yeah, you get literally not even 100 Z. Well, you get the 100 you need to awaken the.
But I
unit,
think that
that's
if they did that, that might be the death of the multi-Z power.
Well, no, they would just have to restrict it to
What
like
were you
3
saying,
stars and
Panzer?
above. Like
I
they
think
did.
that if they gave everybody the 0 stars characters,
They
yeah,
would
like
just do the
you would
thing
never
where-
get the stuff from this SP metal shop where you can, star up any unit. You have this 100 Z power for Sparkings, and it doesn't matter if it's like 0 stars or 10 stars.
Yeah,
I think they would
mean,
just
Okay.
would have to change that. Otherwise, people would just take every character at 0 stars and then just start ones that they like.
all you do is you just make it so you have to have at least 2 stars to use multi Z power on something.
Yeah.
Because you'll always get that from a banner. Like, unless it's like a free unit, and they could make their own multi Z power for those free units then.
Yeah, I mean they already say that you cannot use it on this and on that. Like on Legends Limited, you can't use it on I think Legends Road as well, like event units.
Yeah.
So
I
they
heard
can
they're
easily
making
make
the
those
Legends Limited one soon, man. I heard that's. I heard that's.
Oh, yeah.
next week, bro.
Is it coming?
Like,
Is it coming
Yeah,
soon?
yeah.
Just like SSJ4 Gogeta's leader
no,
still
they
on
said
Global?
about 180 days or so. We'll get a rough estimate on when it's coming. So
Sounds good. I mean, hey, agile software development means we
kind of
change
makes me
plans.
sad, bro. Like I'm scared to spend on anything now to like go for Legends Limited because I paid that like $120 for those damn super chrono crystals. Got beers and pulled them a week later, and I was like, I was like, I'm scared to like do it now, dude. Like if I use those tickets, I have almost 1,000. I
Or-
swear to God, if I use it on Namek Goku just for the buffs for the team, and then I pull them right after that, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, I don't know.
I'm just holding on to those tickets, honestly.
I'll probably use it on Freezer or Piccolo if they ever come to it. I don't know if they're ever going to though.
I think it's also funny, whichever one
Yeah.
of you mentioned for
Yeah.
chat to list.
What?
Dude,
You have an LF Frieza? What?
I'm so mad they're not back, dude. Like,
Yeah, that's irritating.
They're
they
mad.
might-
Think about how Goresh feels.
I want Frieza. I like using LOE. And I
5
mean,
months,
purple
man.
cooler's fine.
Yeah, I'm
don't get me
wondering
wrong, but-
I'm wondering if that's gonna be the next like Legends Premium.
I think it's funny. Whoever in the
I mean,
in
my
the-
Frieza has
one of-
2 stars. I want more.
Yeah, I need
My
Give me that
Frieza.
Legends Limited Z power, please.
They'll probably be back soon. They'll get like the Vegito blue treatment.
All right, so okay.
I think they're gonna get their own banner. They're gonna do another banner for them, just like they did the other ones. But they're gonna be on a dual one again.
Or either that
can
or
totally
like
see
the
it.
little
They'll smack
Vegeta,
on some random new LOE.
the LF Vegeta mini step up thing that they had going on. They could probably repeat that.
Goresh, why did you use the Rising? He has 40,000 health, bro. Why'd you use the Rising Rush?
Just Shield's about to go back.
He has 40,000 health, bro.
Tap,
Like,
tap, tap, tap.
Okay. While you guys are farming that other raid, we got the new release or preview, right, of Ultimate Gohan, Blue
Yeah.
Tanks. So we can go and dive into that. Dabura, the red
Goku,
Dabura.
yeah.
because
The banner
we need
itself,
another red
finally-
unit.
everything
Finally.
looks
Time
fairly
they've,
standard
they've done
on
a
it.
preview for a unit and then like just didn't release them for like 5 days or so.
Yeah.
Is Nas cutting out for anyone else? Just
Yeah,
Yeah,
cutting it
yeah,
out.
kinda
Okay,
cutting it
I wasn't sure if it was just me.
Yeah, I'm roboting a little bit. Hold on.
What I will say is it is like strange, because like they don't ever do that. It's like, whenever they drop it, especially in the news, we always get gameplay. But I mean, I can't wait for them to actually like, drop some stuff so like, can see what they can do. Cause what I think I was actually watching Gorsh's video when the the news section updated and whatnot. And I agree with what he said that with how things are going right now, it kind of seems like UST is dead. And I mean, if that happens, it is what it is. Because I mean, like literally nobody ever summoned on that banner like that, unless it was like some like solid unit or whatever. But I'm hoping that since it's Legends Rising, like the Gohan and the Boo Tanks, which we finally get Boo Tanks. I'm hoping it'll be solid. I don't know why they're adding Dabura because he has no tags. What is he gonna do?
He's a color buffer.
Double colors, probably at 6 stars.
It's perfect. Buff screen.
Yeah, so
Does he do red and green?
I was gonna
Both of
say, finally, they did one for blast attack for greens. That's what I was waiting for. I'm like, where is this thing?
Yeah, both of
I
the
mean,
EXs are
also-
buffing colors.
You're gonna be
I'm
able to
more
run
excited
with
for EX Dabura than the main units right now.
I mean, you can run him with the best unit in the game, Pycon.
That's exactly it. That's why I wanted it.
Got you right.
Be big brain.
But yeah, it's also kind of weird that they teased them so early. Like, I mean, so many people were expecting them to drop like Thursday, Friday, and then they're like, "Psych, it's Wednesday," which is also
It's because it's Obon this week, which is a holiday there. But still, like it's not like they've never had a holiday correlate with the banner dropping before. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
see, I was
I
gonna
mean-
say the same thing, but then it's like, well, can't they time these releases?
Yeah, you can
What's
schedule
the
this,
need
right?
to do it so early. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to keep. Maybe they're experimenting though with, they don't really respond on their social media outlets, but I'm guessing that they still gauge their reactions.
The player base has zero patience. I think it's a bad idea, dude. Anything beyond like 50 hours and people go berserk. It's like, give it to me now. They're like foaming out the mouth. They want the new thing.
Pitchforks and torches.
And then the second they get the new thing, they're like, oh, there's nothing to do. The thing you just gave me, I did the second it came. Now I have nothing to do.
Yeah. It's like,
What do you guys think of Bootanks and Gohan?
I love Gohan. I was surprised that they released another unit, a second unit that already blocks strike cards, because I talked to you about this before. The only way to really shut this dude down is going to be to stop his combo potential, so it has to be someone that stops strike cards, and here he is. He's right there. And the best part is his sustained damage cut. So they set him up so that, you stop Vegito Blue, your opponent's going to go to another unit, obviously wanting to keep type advantage over Gohan, but he's not going to do that much because he has sustained damage cut going live. So this dude is perfect. He's ready to stop Vegito Blue and then take whatever damage you got ready for him. I'm shocked that they dropped it so early, though.
The thing that I'm most impressed about for Gohan is the fact that he has a similar thing to what Android 16 has, actually, with the support buffs whenever he takes a hit, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think it's for hybrids and Sun Family. Yeah,
Sun Family and hybrids. Isn't that perfect?
It's gonna be good.
Finally, the Sun Family team is not just going to be all Gokus.
I know. Yeah, that's another thing. But the thing with that is, you're not gonna be able to run like Kakarot Goku on the bench or like all those Saiyan buffers, because the whole team was just Goku, which was Saiyans, right? And now you can't do that anymore.
Now that Kid Goku has his ideal blue to back him up.
Am I still cutting in and out, or can you all hear me?
You're good.
Depends. Were you talking while we were talking? Because we didn't hear you say anything.
No, that was the first thing I'd said in a little bit while I was closing down some extra stuff to get better internet.
Oh, you sound fine now.
Also for Bootanks, like they did exactly what I was expecting them to do, which was basically make him a different, I guess, a different battle style than the other major regen unit. They sort of been driving that tag in a different direction recently with Omega and Zamasu, which is more so like an offensively based team, whereas with Super Baby 2 and like Fat Boo, it was more just like, okay, you take damage and you just heal forever and you just never die. So now you have like two different ways you can go with the team. You can go super offensive with like Bootanks, Omega, or you can just be super defensive still and go down the traditional route with like Super Baby 2 and Fat Boo and stuff. So like there's just that option that you have with the team now to choose what you want to do.
But I guess we could still throw Fat Boo on there and be defensive with him, right? I mean, he still does quite decent damage. I mean, okay, minus Zenkai 7, 14 stars, so fair enough, but he still does good damage on Zenkai, so you can just throw him on like the offensive team and still have him as like a tank, the 16 version of regen kind of.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like now when you queue up against a regen player, you're not like, oh, here we go, I'm in for like a 10-minute long match now because I'm never gonna be able to kill them.
Yeah.
Like now it's like, okay, this guy might be running the more offensively based regen team with Bootanks, who's doing like 150% increased damage for the first like half of the battle or whatever.
And then they kill you in 2 minutes. It's like
I was I was surprised because it was gonna take quite a bit to knock Baby off the blue slot, but like they're just like just make him do stupid amounts of damage, absurd amounts of damage, and that's just what he does. This guy just comes out of nowhere and just beats the crap out of you.
Yeah.
His green card is insane, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even talk about that with the Gohan. Gohan has the Super Baby 2's version of a green card. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
He's such a good unit. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing what he can do.
The only thing that I wasn't super impressed with about Gohan was his stats post-transformation were a little low compared to other transforming units, I think.
He also
I guess they don't want to give him everything.
He's split pretty evenly between offensive and defensive buffs, too. So he's kind of like a hybrid offense-defense character almost.
Hybrid. I see what you did there.
Well,
he's labeled as a ranged unit, but he actually, like, I was looking at his details, I was like, this guy looks like a defense type to me.
Yeah, and he's got two separate defense buffs, the same heal that Bootanks has with a 20% restore up to 20% after taking damage. So he definitely is like hybrid offense-defense. It's also kind of interesting. I don't even know, have they ever done this before, but both of the new highlighted featured units are the same color. They're both blue. Which
they did with Turles and one-headed Spirit Bomb Goku.
They were on the same banner, right? Or was it metal? There's a green cooler and Turles.
It was them and the Goku. Yeah, it was those three.
Yeah, so they were both purple. But I think that's the only other one I was looking at the other night.
2 years ago, it's been since they pulled.
Yeah, remember when we got 3 new units on a banner that were Sparkings?
Yeah. Well, now we have 2 new Sparkings and 2 new EXs.
Yeah. But then you already know that you're not going to pull the EXs because raids.
Can we just talk about for 1 second? I'm going to pull it up. The fact that Deborah has like what we wanted for like the past 4 red units to have. Where he comes in, he's type neutral for like 5 seconds or whatever.
Wait, what does he have? He has what?
I'm pulling it up right now.
He can be type when he comes in on cover.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Against blues.
This is what it is. Nullify his own unfavorable element factors for 5 timer counts every time when faced with an enemy element blue. So whenever a blue character switches in, he gets neutral typing for 5 count.
And it happens 5 times. He can
5
do it?
times.
Yeah.
It should have been lock-in and type neutral because it's like they could just swap right back out then. I don't know. It doesn't matter a whole lot. It'd be cool. It's cool, but unless I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird.
but if
I
he
mean, it's solid. Now no one can have type advantage on him.
Or
He
I'd
can-
rather him just come in and have type advantage or type neutral the first 5 times.
You know who
There's
would
only
have liked
5
that?
counts. Like
You know what? Hit would have really liked that, by the way.
Oh, true.
Who?
Yeah.
That
poor Red.
guy.
Poor Red hit. He's got a great Z ability though, dude. Like legitimately, it's gonna be crazy in the future. Once Universe 6 gets more fleshed out, that's such a good Z ability. Both defenses. But yeah, no, the unit, sure.
It's there.
Yeah, he exists. Like we can all acknowledge that.
That's about that though.
Nothing else about Deborah really seems that impressive, though.
He's probably not. I mean, he fits nowhere, dude. They need to give us why wasn't he like a Majin tag?
Well, there's one thing about him that I thought was pretty cool, which is he gives like it's basically a mini version of LF Vegeta's support type ability, where he gives his allies like more damage every time he uses a blast or strike card.
But it's only blast damage. He gives 15%
That's
to
why it's a baby
blast.
version.
What?
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's a baby version of it.
Yeah, it would be good for your blast-based teams, that's for sure. 'Cause
Infant.
even when he uses a strike card, he stacks blast damage buffs. So any card you use will give that buff out.
Yeah, but imagine using a blast team with all these blast armor units around though. Like you have Vegito Blue, you have Kefla, you have I don't know.
He is a good complement to full power. At least full power gains a card and some key when he comes in. So go with Deborah, do some hits. Full power comes in. I don't know.
That's true.
We'll have to see. I mean, he could be like a sleeper unit, like honestly, but until he gets some kind of love, like I was really hoping he was going to be like a Majin Buu tag, like an arc. He'd be the start of that. You know how we have like Kid Gohan and Krillin for Namek, and we have the new Goku and Bardock. I was really hoping this Deborah would be like both attacks or something for Majin Buu arc. Like that'd be
Yeah, I would
ridiculous.
have liked that too.
Although I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of units that would have liked that. Like, but they're like, nah, just make him colors. Screw it. He's got type neutral. It's like, all right.
We're starting to see more Majin Buu units too. I mean, like Buu Tanks is coming out right now. We have 2 Debors in the game.
That's
now.
why I
We
thought
have
it fit,
multiple
like-
Buus. Yeah,
Majin
me too.
Vegeta?
I
Well,
agree.
they have the tag,
Oh,
just
I
nothing
like the-
buffs it.
What?
I said they have the tag, just nothing buffs it.
Yeah, that's why it's weird. Because like the second the Namek Saga tag popped up, we got like Nail, and then we got Gohan, and then we got
Krillin.
yeah, it all like boom, 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 back to back to back, and it was like, all right, cool.
Even Ginyu Goku buffs them, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Does he do like strike attack only or something like that?
And then
Yeah, I
you
think it's like
offhandedly
strike attack
have
for
the,
Ginyu Force and
the
Aren't you
hero-
like the Ginyu Force boy or something? You're like a Ginyu Force in training, right?
oh yeah, veteran.
Like, that's your team, bro. You should know exactly what they do off the top of your head, bro.
Hey, I'm old, okay? Don't hit me. Don't shame on me.
I wasn't gonna
But
hit
yeah.
you, but you're all right, man. Like,
He actually he does Frieza Force and Frieza Saga even at like 1 star, so 22% to strike attack, and then full is like 32%.
can we talk about the EXs that do like 3 stats, like Sin Shinron? We need more of those. like where he does shadow dragons, where there's 2 good shadow dragons on that team already.
Yeah,
on
it's the
top of
sub-buff.
the, that's so good. I even like EX Gogetas, where they're like,
That's a
screw
powerful
Katara,
opponent.
bro.
That's literally what powerful opponent is.
No, I know, and I'm hoping they flush it out way more and more because like I want to see a bunch from it. Like, there's a lot of powerful opponents in Dragon Ball. I don't know if you guys have watched it or not.
Yeah, apparently
There's
Deborah's
quite
not
a
one of
few.
them.
I mean,
No, it's just powerful spit.
if we're gonna rank him, he's probably in like the bottom like 50. Like, he did get kind of body bagged and like got just who killed him? Boo? Yeah, Boo killed him, right? It's been a long time since I watched the Boo saga.
Yeah, he turned him into
That's
a
why he
cookie.
becomes candy. He's on his card.
Turn him into a cookie.
But either way, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I always liked Deborah, and then
You have the
he just- I
hero
don't know, something
Hercule that you
happened.
can kind of
yeah,
finagle him
okay,
on.
he's on that green. Yeah, there you go. Dude, a candy tag would be sick.
Yeah,
Candy
Candy
Give me like
Vegito.
candy Vegeta.
Wait, you
Vegito.
don't like the Deborah tag?
Dude, okay, call it something cooler than Deborah tag. Like, what's
literally what
the
it's
Demon Realm tag? Like, I would love that, dude.
Or like people
give me like
body
weird
by
things like
blue.
Mechikabura and stuff like that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was like, but that's the only way
That's
you would
what-
ever justify like it. Like unless we get like Mira and Toa in the game, and Few. Like I really don't see them making a demon.
Oh
tag.
no, they're not
Well, you
going
have,
to, and we just
uh,
get our hopes up for absolutely no reason.
have,
but it's like, man, I want that. Like,
Zaha.
Honestly-
they wouldn't sell. Nobody would be like, "Ooh, I love Mira." Well, okay,
Alright,
they
hold
might
on
like
now.
Mira.
You got Zaha.
They'll like Mira. They don't like Toa. Like,
Zaha is
Good.
he's quoted as being from the Demon Realm. He talked about that, so they might add it.
oh, I thought you said haha.
No,
I was
Zaha,
like,
the dude with the sword. He's from the Demon Realm.
he could be an innuendo. I know it could be an innuendo. I was backing you up, saying he might lead into it. I thought at first you said haha sarcastically, and I was like, "All right, dick." Like,
No,
all right, well- I was like, "Bro." No, I was backing you up, dude.
so
Like,
yeah, there could very
After
well
they
be
made-
that.
there could very
After
well
they
be
made
a
the
demon.
rose tag, anything's on the table. Like,
Super Saiyan Rose 18 is my favorite team. man.
yeah, like it's what was the point of that? Just to search him up? What's the point?
Hey, strongest team in the entire game.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
Super Saiyan Rose Shao. It'll be on there.
Oh
Yeah.
Jesus!
Guys, you're giving him every known form. Give him a dark arc, he just goes crazy for whatever reason.
I mean, you can see they're
Time
trying to
travel
do
Shallot as
some
well.
quirky stuff because, like, the hero Hercule just
I
comes
kind
out
of
and
like
buffs.
Shallot nowadays. I'm actually okay with that. I don't mind him.
Yeah,
I didn't like Shallot for the longest time.
you got like hero Hercule buffing all the Majin Buu units, so
Oh,
they
yeah.
might get around
That's
to it.
so much fun. Hero Hercule. I play like Hero Hercule.
How's Hercule with 16? It's got to be pretty good, right? Because Vegito Blue's the only one that resists Hercule's debuffs. That's actually
Well, I
gotta
was
be a decent
commenting
team.
more
Resist
that
it, too.
like you can make a
Well, yeah, but I
quirky
mean
little
that's
Majin-
perfect. Like, because in 16 it just opens up. I don't know. You're cutting out a lot again.
Yeah, it's lagging. Laggy.
Talk about the new units. We'll just move on from here. Yeah, well, sound okay now. I guess I think Kaba mentioned this, but with consistent Legends Rising banners, is this the death of UST?
I hope so.
I don't think so. I think it's just going to be. Okay, so we all know at this point that the pandemic obviously affected their scheduling and whatnot. I can't help but think they're just something happened and they're just churning all of these out that used to be scheduled earlier now because they have something bigger planned and they can't let these things get in the way of it. It's like an order of priority. I don't think UST banners are dead. I still think there's a lot of value behind them because the GSP tickets are their highest value. And although it doesn't guarantee you a new unit, it was still something to work towards. And it was, it's like, it felt like a little bit of a freebie for free-to-play players because it's like, okay, discount singles. I'll take a couple shots at the GSP tickets. It still had value. So I don't think they're getting rid of it. I think it's just a period where it's going to be put to the side for a little bit.
I think they're dead.
Oh, okay.
They'll resurrect it.
Flat out.
They have to resurrect it in the future with some changes. I mean, they'll probably put it in their back pocket for later.
That's what I'm thinking, that they might just rework them. But I also have no idea what they might be reworking.
It's just nobody summoned on them.
Yeah. It's
So like, why would they?
We
Like,
did.
Who's the last good UST? Like, who's the last good
They
actual
released
unit?
a UST with Gogeta and Janemba. Like no other game would do that.
I think that
Like,
they were just trying to
know,
motivate
Instead of
people
being
to,
like a step up.
yeah, they were trying to motivate people to
Yeah,
spend,
until
but I
nobody
don't think it
really
ever
cared
worked.
about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the
think
best
the
part
last-
about the USD banners is the free tickets. All they have to do is
Yeah.
just add those tickets to the Legends Rising banners, and then we're good. That's it.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
perfectly
the
fine
last-
with Legends Rising and step ups. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, doesn't bug me.
But-
I like the 999 way more than I like the free ticket.
Yeah.
I like the 999 way more than the 30 Z power. That's true.
Oh god, dude, that was
God.
that was a terrible arc in Legends history. Like, that was like the worst. I had a
My-
Tapion at 90 Z power for like 6 months.
I think
Wow.
the biggest downside to not having UST banners anymore, if they actually are never going to come back, is that we're not going to have a Masters Pack 4 or like any future Masters Pack banners.
True.
Because that was a way that a lot of free-to-play players could obtain those units from the UST banners, and now it's just like, okay, well, summon on these new banners, or else you're never going to get the new units, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the last units that were good on a UST banner were like, what, Bojack and Gohan?
Yeah, and Purple Cooler
They were
probably, but yeah.
Oh yeah, true. But like in their respective meta, I think most of the other units, they were not even main team picks. Like I don't think anyone runs like this green cell on future, seriously, other than to try him out.
Yeah, I only used them like once or twice, and then like that was really it. It's sad, but it do be like that. Again,
And
just
The green and perfect cell. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah,
Oh, him.
exactly. That's what everybody
No,
probably.
I like that unit. I think he's all right. I like
think-
the Japanese VA quite a
I think they
bit.
kind of shot themselves in the foot with how they handled the USD banners, because most of the time they would have just 2 not hype characters on them. Like they wouldn't even put like 1 hype and 1 not hype. They would just put straight up 2 non-hype characters for a lot of them. Like Bardock and Tapion. Like, sure, I guess Tapion's a little bit hype, but like I don't know.
wait. That's my boy.
I don't know. It feels like a lot of like first form Cell and like the future Trunks. Like I don't know.
Well, they shot
It
themselves
doesn't
in the
feel like
foot.
it's nearly the same level as like a Step Up or those kinds of characters.
Yeah, I really think they shot themselves in the foot because they set up over a long period of time that those are the banners you get the free tickets on. They have the less valuable units in most cases, and then they got worried about why no one ever spends money on those banners. And then there was like it got to a point where it's probably like unrecoverable, where they just gotta tear it down and rebuild the system, like the format.
Also, Kuba, if Tapion's your boy, I think you need to find a new boy.
Wait.
What's your favorite part about Tapion though? Like, why? How's he your boy?
Look, all I'm saying is Tapion was clean. All right, my man had rooted on him.
Is that why?
The actual character is cool in Legends. I mean, he's like a locking unit, and not like character locking, but like your main and your blue and green cards. I mean, it's still useful. I just he's not top tier.
Yeah.
He's usable. He's definitely usable.
It's a really good bench unit for movies for sure.
Yeah.
At the very least,
Yeah, I think hopefully they start doing more stuff
But
like.
at 6 stars, I guess.
Oh, go ahead.
Like,
What?
go for it,
Hello?
Nas.
Oh, my internet's cutting out a little
Keep
bit,
cut
so
out
that
again.
might be why.
All right.
But all I was saying is that
Yeah, you're lagging back and forth.
yeah. You go ahead, like while I'm lagging, figuring this out.
I think he's
Okay.
playing the Legends treatment on us on Discord right now.
Since we're on the discussion of UST banners and how they're crap, what would they need to do to make them good? Aside from featuring hype units, like the very format of a UST banner, what needs to change?
Get rid of the 30 Z power thing. Nobody cares about that.
Would you
Make
rather
it 999? Like
would
that's
you
it.
rather? Oh, so 999 with tickets, or would you rather it be? Let's say, what if it's like 40 or 50 Z power any unit? Because right now it's 30 Z power to a type.
Once upon a time, there was 999 on those banners with tickets. And that was a really good time. Like, at that point, those banners were really good, but like again, the units weren't that type.
Wait, Ryuden, you just said it's to a color, but it's actually 30 Z power to a unit.
No, the 30 Z power that you got was aren't they restricted to type? It was random, right? It's 30 Z power to red or.
It was 30.
We're talking about this 30 Z power for the new Gohan, 30 Z power, whatever units they're on. But it could be like is 30 Z power for the extreme or 30 Z power for one of the new Sparkings.
Sorry,
and that's what my green cell is.
My brain is thinking of those guaranteed multi banners. Sorry.
I know.
Yeah, those ones where they give you 30 Z power of a type on random. No, I got to That's how long ago it's been since we got a UST banner. Yes, 30 Z power.
30 Z power is definitely
crap.
It's kind of crap because you get it 3 times and you're at 90, like Brad said, and then you're like, I guess I got to pull more. Great. Yeah. And that's how like it took me so long, but now my cell is at 0 stars. The green cell, 120 Z power. I'm never going to use it.
Yeah. Or like baby Vegeta.
Oh, I remember that banner, Goresh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while Nas is getting all that stuff taken care of, the only other topic I had, and I think this is a more of a general topic, is it seems that the game's going through a very quick pace for the release cadence. Now, again, as we've mentioned before, it could be a result of the pandemic where things were supposed to be scheduled out a little more far apart, but for whatever reason, they decided to just speed things up. What do you think that says about the state of the game? Is this good? Is this bad? Discuss.
I think it's honestly just circumstantial, right? Because obviously, like, you know, the pandemic has like everybody currently like scrambling to like, you know, I guess still make money at the end of the day, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, it's still a business. But much like with any business, there's gonna be that period where they go, you know, towards that downfall because, you know, it's kind of out of their control. But once things start to stabilize, honestly, I think we'll probably start seeing things get back on track, or they'll find like a new method of like keeping the game at a smoother pace. But right now, I feel like they're just doing what they have to do to kind of stay afloat as, you know, as they work on this game. But again, it really is just circumstantial, in my opinion.
The fact
I agree.
The
I think
raid
it's just
popped up is a good sign.
Pandemic.
Yeah,
I think it's just the pandemic, like you said. I think that changed things a little too much, and it's just, you know, shaky waters right now. And once things settle, I think there'll be more order in terms of like I feel like this update could be a sign of better things to come once things start settling down. But yeah, I think it's just their schedule got thrown overboard with the pandemic and how it changed workflow and whatnot. So I think the best thing we can do really is just to see what happens in the next few months.
Yeah, but while I understand that, I still think that pumping out banners like weekly is gonna very quickly aggravate the F2P community. That's kind of a given anyways, because F2P is always we need more stuff. But pumping out banners every week is even going to annoy people who regularly summon, just because. Okay, next week is another banner, and how much am I going to spend and all this, you know?
I'm just going to quickly put out a counter argument to that and saying that, yeah, I agree with you, but also on the other hand, like we've been getting so many events and stuff recently that I think it's not as bad. Like they're releasing way more banners than they usually would, but they're also releasing way more events than they usually would.
Yeah, like we're seeing the raid come back to life, which is a great step in the right direction.
God.
And they learned that we need more HP for the raid boss.
Oh yeah.
and there's going to be 4 stages, not just this one.
Yeah, there's 4 more bosses, and right now, I mean, the pace it's actually close, like whether or not we're going to make it or not. So it's definitely a lot more challenging than beating it in 10 hours the first time.
Yeah, we got one more day, I think. So,
the only way I can say they would make it better is basically take away the HP bar and then have thresholds for giving us rewards based on how much damage we do at the end of the stage.
I think
So
that,
the stage isn't going to end, prior to the stage actually being scheduled to end.
I think they put a threshold in because there's gonna be that person running mods that's gonna do like 9,999,999 damage, whatever, and cheese the system and ruin it.
I guess that also makes sense because the reason why you're capped at doing 23 million damage is because they planned it all out, right? The amount of HP that they gave PyCon, you can only do 23 mil. What's the fastest they did it? What's the slowest they did it? And then from there, they estimated a time for how long it would take to beat the boss. That's why they set it up that way. Part of the reason why most of you guys finish him at only 20 mil HP on the nose instead of 23. It's because they're sort of quote unquote fixing how much damage you can do to make sure that he dies within a specific time frame, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems very random. Like you could do a Rising Rush with 40 million and you'd still get 22 million instead of like the full HP.
Yeah, because they're forcing him to die at a certain time frame.
Yeah, you're limited. The damage you can do is limited to how much health he has. So the only way to actually do 23 million damage is to not hit him at all until he transforms and gets his full health bar, and then start hitting him. Because you can't do more than 23 million damage to him, even like you said, if Rising Rush says you do way above that.
Right. But I think it's actually a good thing that they cap it, because I remember, as you said, last time we 10 hours, and then a lot of people missed out on the rewards. And now the rewards, I mean, you can get golden bells, you can get slot removers and all this stuff, and you get the amount of dual coins that co-op should actually give you. So I think it's good, because then everybody gets to participate at their own pace without this FOMO thing. And I think that's also what makes this raid so successful. Is the one thing is we have this goal to work towards as a community, like take down the boss. And the other thing is a little bit of, hey, before this boss gets down, I want to get at least, like Goresh saying, I want to farm the entire shop. Others saying, I want to get the crystals. So you need to get it done before it goes away.
Yeah, it gives you very clear goals in a personal and a community standpoint, which is nice.
Exactly.
You know what? While we're on the topic of that shop, if the developers are actually listening, good job on putting Zenkai souls in that shop. That was num. That was so smart. That was so smart.
Did you see some
gotta
turds,
admit,
bro?
that was so smart. That's perfect.
It seems like
no, dude, it's good.
I am so happy that's there. Holy crap!
In a lot of ways, they're associating the Zenkai system to various co-op modes, like directly. Be it the Legends Road free ones, like Kid Goku and the Trunks, where you had to farm co-op, or getting the Zenkai souls from co-op, or now getting the Zenkai souls from a co-op exchange shop. It seems like the Zenkai resources, for now at least, are directly tied to co-op in almost every
I'm just
way.
glad there are more avenues for getting it, because before it was before it was painful. Now it's like, thank you. I like doing this mode, and I get these coins, and I get these souls. It's perfect.
I think the formatting. I was gonna say the formatting of the event itself is great. I think the last and final step would be to make the actual co-op gameplay itself a little bit more fun, and then it's like the total package.
While we're on the topic,
it's still not fun. Yeah, but it's way better though. Like
you have more motivation because you want that stuff, right? In co-op, I do the 3 daily things. Like I usually wake up half an hour before reset, and I'm like, oh, I still need to do my 3 dailies. Okay, let me just get that out of the way real quick. And instead of doing the other 3 dailies right after reset, I'm like, nope, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not very fun actually playing it, but getting the rewards is always nice.
Yeah. While we're on the topic of Zenkai, what do you guys think is going to be the next Zenkai unit?
Well, they're either going to cycle back to someone who's not very good, and just kind of
we need a yellow, don't we?
Baseline, or they're going to go.
I've been farming yellow Zenkai souls, just letting you guys know, because I think the next one's going to be yellow.
Yeah, we only have one yellow.
Goku would be interesting.
He would be. That'd be really good for Sun Family. Talk about buffs.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if they're going to try and keep using Zenkais to kind of resurrect some dead stuff, I think female warriors need the next one.
18, yellow.
Kefla.
She would also be android, so I don't know if they would start with her or not.
Don't you even speak that into existence.
What do you say, Rebrianne?
Zenkai Kefla, she gets endurance, like huge blast and strike defense buffs. It'll be amazing. No.
And when she dies,
blast armor.
she heals the entire team to 100% when she dies, including
you go.
herself.
I could see it being that Super Saiyan 2 Goku.
The yellow one with the weird hair?
What do you mean the weird hair? Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah,
So
I don't
he's-
know. When you use a blue card with him, the pose and his hair, it looks a little odd to me.
Bro, you're a Super Saiyan 3 fan. You can't make fun of other people's
No,
hair.
dude, his hair, his design does look weird. They even changed it. Remember, they changed his hair a little bit. It still looks a little odd.
No,
There's a
there was
few
one time.
options.
But
Go ahead. I was just gonna say
I was
there's a
just
few
saying.
options. Like OG BoJack could be one.
not a bad
for
option.
movies.
For movies, yeah, it'd be good.
The one I would want to see is Demon King Piccolo, just because
Oh.
Demon King Piccolo is
Not
second
BoJack
favorite
for movies.
villain
That'd
of
be
all time.
Gohan getting those buffs. No, or Turles. Like no. Like I don't want to go back to a Gohan lock-in meta. I'm good.
Oh, if you're talking about
Yeah.
yellow units in Gohan, then the original OG Yellow Kid Gohan probably needs one.
Yeah.
Hybrids.
that guy.
How many does hybrids have? 3?
Well,
Three or four,
they
yeah.
could
3 already.
they could
I
slant
don't think
him
it's gonna
much
be
more
hybrid.
towards Son family. I mean, potentially, but
I want Hercule. Just throwing it out there.
Make him go Super Saiyan.
Oh goodness.
So many people
Superman.
talk about that, dude. Like so many people talk about that, like it's almost canon. It's like that's one of the things that I don't like the term canon and stuff, but that's one of the things I'll be like, that's not canon, bro. Like he's not a Saiyan dog. Like
Or we get go cool.
Oh Jesus, no! Please, no!
bald Goku. Yeah,
Away
that's-
from Dragon Ball
Oh.
forever. please.
That
Go
what about the
Kyo.
uppercut Goku?
Gotcha.
Go cool, yeah.
the
That guy
blue
would-
Broly's movie Goku. Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah,
He
that
could-
guy'd be cool. I like that unit.
He's really
So
bad.
the
With
only-
Super Saiyans.
Only memory I have of that guy is I pulled him like 15 times on the Dragon Ball Super Broly banner.
Dang.
He was awesome. People were like, "Oh, his blue card is not going to do any damage to me," and then it's like, "Well, Pam, dead."
His windscreen's sick too.
Yeah, I like that unit quite a bit.
But I don't think he'd get one because we already had that Broly. What would he buff? Blue Super Saiyans? Blue movies?
They could do
'Cause
blue.
we already have blue movies.
If they would buff blue movies, then Cooler would have a fun time out in the field.
Well, they already have that.
Triple Zenkai
Yeah,
buff.
exactly. Now, imagine Cooler having 3 Zenkai buffs.
I
We're
could
gonna
imagine
get to
it.
that
That's the
point
worst part.
eventually.
Like,
I don't know what they're gonna do when we get there, but we're gonna come to a point where a good unit is gonna get buffed 3 times from Zenkai. It's gonna happen. It's just the
That's
nature
kinda
of how these
why-
are gonna go.
Kind of why I don't think we're going to be getting another Legends Road Zenkai for a little bit, just because we already have 2.
I hope
And
they
once you start
cycle
putting
back.
the third one in, it's like okay, like relax.
it's already pretty good with
Yeah.
just the 2. Like
Yeah.
they're a whole team by themselves. Like
I really hope they cycle back through the first
But at
two
least now they're
before they
viable.
push too
The
far.
Trunks
forward.
and the Kid Goku alone carry that tag pretty damn hard.
I'll say, I hope they cycle
be
back.
nice.
Am I cutting out again?
Yeah, but then do you think
Goresh,
that they will stop
why did you DC on me, bro?
I didn't do anything.
DC'd on me at the last second. Oh, we got the win. Never mind, we're good.
Hello.
Take it back.
As long as you're having fun, huh?
I mean,
I got
yeah,
a gold bell from that. Thanks.
How do we do 17 mil and take the win? I'll take it, whatever.
Alrighty. I
See,
guess
people
that's
how
it
much we
for
like to read.
Let's do
main.
questions.
Yeah, I was gonna say main topics. So questions. Any super chats, Nas?
I was
Give me
actually
a
gonna
minute to
ask
look.
one thing real quick because I think this
Sure.
is actually kind of important too. So one, well, actually, it's the main thing anyway. We had the survey for Legends and whatnot. And by the way, guys, if you guys haven't done the survey, do it. You get a free 500 crystals. Never a bad thing.
At the end of August, please put. Everyone keeps asking. It's like I did the survey. I didn't get my CC. Why? It says at the bottom, at the end of the month.
It's just
You
like
expect them to read, bro? Like they don't even read titles of videos. You expect them to read? Well, ask me, what is this video about? And it's like, bro, the title says it. Like, like
You free to play, you whale.
yeah, no, legit, yeah. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
Anyways, my bad. I'm not talking shit on you guys. Not the people that watch me. This is other people.
The amount of comments I got on my video, like that released just after the survey, saying, "Everybody, please vote for Vegito Blue Zenkai." Like it actually, like most of my comments are that.
Some
So
people just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah. All right, Kuba, I think you were interrupted a little bit.
Oh no, it's all good. It's just like I want to know like people's thoughts on like I guess like how they approach the survey. Like, you know, what were you guys' like main concerns, like the improvements that you guys would like to see? Because like obviously, you know, like when I forgot which question it was, but they were just like, you know, be as, you know, detailed as possible. Like, you know, how do you feel about the game right now? And I just like went in, right? So it's just like I want to know like what people put as like their main concerns and whatnot.
Oh God, I don't think I
My main
remember.
concern was balance in PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
haven't
that's going to be
played it
different for everybody because people, if you don't play PvP, you're not going to write that. So, for
Yeah.
me, that was my biggest concern right now. But I think one other concern that I had, but I didn't put, was PvE, just more variety of events. But I think they did a pretty good job with that in this update. So,
Yeah.
off to a good start with that.
Agreed.
You know,
Like, yeah, Go ahead, Ray.
on an unrelated note to that, but I asked them, you know how in the Vegas tournament when they first showed us Super Vegito, you know how, I don't know, all their showcases they show them doing the green card first to make it have this dramatic intro. I asked if they could make that a thing in PvP. Wouldn't it be cool? Would feel a little fresh, you know? Everyone has their cool intros. Like, okay, he started out with whoever, you start out with whoever. Just that little smack talk, like an actual fighting game. I asked them, wouldn't that be a cool idea to throw in there as like a feedback bit? Don't you think that'd be cool?
You want to see gotcha 500 times in a row?
Look, I already see it now. It's fair. I think it would be cool.
But yes, to answer your question, that would be cool though. Yes.
I would like that quite a bit.
I mean, it would be cool, but the question is, wouldn't it get old? Like, if you play a lot of PvP, wouldn't it get old soon? Or do you think it's still better than what's there?
I don't know. I think for now, as like a thing that they could throw in there to keep things a little bit more interesting, I would like it. I mean, it could be the green card or it could be anything. Usually those take like a quick second, so it wouldn't hurt.
I would assume so. Just like in a general retrospect, like some sort of like intro, then just kind of like how it was. Like I would say, like what Budokai, Zenkaichi, because I mean, like it's
so like again, they used the ending of Super Vegito's LF to be the intro for the character. Do something like that. Like find some snippet of an animation that look cool to introduce the characters into the fight.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, that could work.
All right, sorry, my internet was just acting up again. But yeah, there are a couple of donations whenever y'all are moving forward.
Yeah, okay. Let's just go ahead with the donos then.
This first one. This is kind of like a hybrid Dokkan and Legends question because it says, "Do you think an SBR type mode could be in Legends?" So those of you that are knowledgeable on how that mode works, would it translate over at all in any type of way?
Kind of like Challenge Rush.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
Except that Challenge Rush isn't very well. Some of the Challenge Rush, yes. I was thinking of UST Rush. UST Rush is auto mode, but Challenge Rush could be hard.
I don't know, dude. According to my comments on Twitter and YouTube, shit's the easiest thing ever. So I don't know. That's what everybody says, bro. It's literally what everybody. I beat this with GT. Bullshit! You beat it with GT. Get out of here. Got a 3-star purple Goku. Get out of here. No, you didn't.
I beat it with. I soloed it with Blue Deborah.
I mean, dude, those ones I'm okay with. That's flat out a joke. But the people who try to be serious about it, it's like you did not clear it with Omega. Like, stop at like 2 stars. Leave me alone. It took me I had like 2 6-star God units with Vegito Blue at 7 stars, and I didn't clear it even close. Fine. Sorry, it's a little personal stuff coming out. My bad.
Which stage are you talking about clearing right now? The 30 stage, the 30 level event one?
Oh, I was talking about the really hard event. And yeah, I mean that challenge rest thing to everybody on Twitter was like, well, I mean, I did it first try, and it's like, shut up. Like,
well, every time I start having problems with PvE, I just start using float step, and then the computer just starts screwing up everything, and it just
boring
loses.
though, man.
But I mean, is Challenge Rush I think honestly, if you compare Super Battle Road to Challenge Rush, I would still much rather play Super Battle Road than Challenge Rush, because Challenge Rush seems like Super Battle Road stages are kind of, you play them for 20 minutes. If you finish the whole thing, it usually takes like 20 minutes. And Challenge Rush, like the last one we got was taking like 2.5 hours. I played the whole thing in one sitting on stream, and if I had it like off stream, I would have killed myself.
I can't disagree with you. Like, it was so boring, dude. The only thing I don't think it would translate over is like Super Battle Road requires certain units. Like, there's no way to get around it. Like, there are certain units. Yeah, I mean, you have to have every unit soul boosted, but I mean, they were giving you like Hero Jocko and stuff. You're never gonna see like SRs in Super Battle Road unless they're like one out of a million or something. You know what I mean? But if you don't have certain teams, you just are not running that event. So that's why I don't think that exact kind of mode would translate over properly. I mean, you could do something, but Legends and Dokkan are so vastly different on that kind of stuff. Because like, you can't control any of the stuff in Legends. It's all just random. Like, it just happened or it didn't happen. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know. In Dokkan, you can take a second, think, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. In Legends, it's like, cool, perfect vanish me, I lost. Like, it's like, nice. Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe that's to me, I don't think it would translate perfectly, but it's a cool idea though. It's just, I don't really like hard events, but I also don't really like super easy events. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
I don't like events. What?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, basically, I don't like events. Like, that's really that's what it comes down to now.
Yeah. Hard events in Legends is just the AI abusing its abilities to kick your shit in. Like, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
You mean like Purple's Amasu one-shotting you with his blue card every single time you try?
That event, man. That event.
That's the one I failed like 10 times, and then I was like, oh yeah, float step is a thing, and then I beat it in one try, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, you can also charge instead of floating if you have like, that's how I usually it when I don't.
Yeah, I do the charge way too.
Charge step, I think regenerates a little more.
Just like overcharge and drop your own combos, and then just act.
Yeah, basically just charge at the back after each card.
Yeah, the AI just fumbles because it doesn't know what to do with that timing, like those gaps of timing.
You're teaching all these kids to not play properly, and then they're gonna fix that. They're gonna patch that, and then these kids are gonna start getting wrecked.
Or it's gonna be like fix sidestep. It's an exploit.
Well, I honestly have no sympathy for the Legends devs in that sense. Like, playing against the AI is not fun in the slightest.
Oh, it's garbage. No,
as long as I'm not going to use hacks or mods or literal cheats, but if there's a way to cheese the AI just in game, you bet your ass I'm going to do it because it's not fun playing those stages.
No, I'm not. Hey, I am not gonna argue with you on that at all. Like I said, I hate the hard events. Like, I sit down to do it, and I'm like, all right. Let's just get it done with. Like, I used to make videos on it and tell people, like, yeah, I did this the first try. All right, bro. I'm leave dislike. It's like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, also, honestly, I don't think people would watch a lot of PvE content except for like a guide on the hardest stage and how to beat it with maybe without the new units. Like, okay, I don't have the new Turles and the new Goku. How do I beat this event?
Well, like that one guy who cleared the Frieza event with just Gogeta, and it's like, bro, get out of here. Like, just trying to show everybody up now. Like, all right.
Those are like fun challenges you can do. I guess it's also a way of kind of grasping for content. If this game isn't giving you that much, because sometimes you have these really dry periods, and then you just go for, okay, let me just do something, try something different. Because PvP videos are like a dime a dozen. Everybody does those, right?
Yeah, I like in the survey, like, they had some questions about game modes specifically, and it's like, what kind of stuff would you like to see? And some of it was like turn-based card game style questions. Like, so they're really using their imagination and reaching out everywhere for possible ideas, and it would be cool to see some really weird and quirky different game modes like that come out. Maybe.
You mean like the original Battlefield on Dokkan?
Yeah, even as bad as it sounds, if this game eventually had a separate mode that was like a card battler, like Hearthstone or something, I would probably end up playing that more than the traditional mode if they ever came out.
Like how Kakarot's about to do that.
Yeah, that's why Kakarot's about to do that, but that game is like already old. I don't know if anyone's gonna like, oh, let's go buy Kakarot to jump on DBZ Hearthstone. Like, I don't know. I know they're doing that. I'm gonna check it out for sure though. But yeah, if Legends as a mobile game had some separate really weird modes that came out, I'm all for that, at least to try stuff.
Yeah. I kind of just want a TCG for Dragon Ball on mobile. That'd be amazing. It didn't have to be inside Legends. I'd be so down for that. Like,
don't they have that with the Dragon Ball Super card game?
Is there a
Yeah.
mobile one? Is it actually a game though?
No,
is it
there's
like
only
it was
the
like that
tutorial.
tutorial? Yeah, I was gonna say like I downloaded that and I was like, what the hell?
They
It was like 2
fully
years
I got
ago.
devved
really
out
dumb.
the framework of an online game for the tutorial and then never did anything with it. That was like so depressing.
Yeah, I remember people talking about it because I was like, oh, that does sound pretty fun. I'll freaking check it out. And I downloaded it and I was like, oh, I did it like twice and I was like, oh, it's just... okay,
Well,
cool.
at least you tried.
Yeah, no,
You made your own opinion, and you decided, okay, no.
Was that the old Super trading card game, or was that
No,
after they
that's-
updated everything?
that
Because it
was-
used to be.
That was when it was brand new, so it only had like
Okay,
one or
okay,
two
okay.
sets
Yeah.
of cards, and that was it. And it like taught you how to play. There was like 6 stages. The last one was against Frieza on Namek, and then that was it. Like tutorial,
6.
and then you're done. And then it's like go buy the cards and play with your friends in real life. Peace.
It's like, wait, I don't have friends, bro. What? Like, I just downloaded a phone game. Like,
The 6 stages of Dragon Ball Denial.
Yeah, and all 6 of them are this game is never gonna come out on mobile.
Pure despair. Absolute despair.
Yeah.
So
All right. Any more donations?
yeah, there's 2 more with specific questions. One of them is just opinions on whether or not the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Omega Shenron would still at this point in the game be considered underrated, or are they not very good comparative? Like basically, how good are they in the meta now that things have settled a little bit?
I think
I still
Omega
think Omega's
Shenron
amazing.
specifically is just he's just a victim of the meta. But he's actually really good. I would say he is better than Goku just straight up, but just the meta is not designed for him to be good right now. Goku's good. I vastly at this point prefer Super Kaioken over him. But for GT, he's good.
When you say Super Kaioken, you mean the green, the Otherworld Warriors one that just came out on the PyCon banner?
Yeah, I think he's better.
okay, I was like the Kaioken one. You like wait the Kaioken from Pyocon's better, not the newest Goku?
I was asking.
I think they're both better than him.
Well, I think they're both better than. I'm not arguing that.
I'm saying
But
as a
it's like-
Blast Green Sun family unit, I think the Super Kaioken Goku's better.
Yeah, as a blast, I'll give you that. Yeah, he's a weird unit. I don't like him as much as this new Goku's phenomenal. I love him so much. Like I actually really do, but I use him a lot now.
Yeah.
Was that you?
The
Yeah, I got it
last
right.
2 donos aren't really questions, but someone donated when y'all were asking about Zenkais, and they donated their response of it. They want the next one to be Red Gogeta, which I might have been all for before Fusions was dominating the meta on the 2nd anniversary. Now maybe they should wait on that.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Zenkai Red Omega.
Oh god.
And then the last one was just expressing interest in hopefully we'll get the guild update soon, which is something they teased almost 5 months ago now and have kind of forgotten about. So hopefully we do hear about that very soon.
What guild update?
Yeah, right?
Just like,
I think it's pretty apparent that we're going to get another big update this year like we did last year. I think it was in like November time. I think they might be saving it for that.
well, I hope that they're working on it. I mean, it would be good to at least know that they're working on it, just because I can see things taking a bit of a time. Because if you want to completely, let's say they completely revamp this or add new modes to it, it's not going to be done in 2 days, obviously. But I think for me, what is the problem is the lack of transparency on the updates. You know, saying, okay, hey, this is still under development, or hey, we're still testing things out at least.
100% agree.
They had it going well with the video and stuff updates. I want to blame the virus mostly for throwing a wrench in that like conveyor belt, because that was moving along pretty smoothly with them communicating with us. Now, I mean, they probably still could have just done it from home. Like Toshi had his one like bathroom recording that they uploaded to us near the anniversary. They could keep doing that. I don't understand why they didn't, but you know, I don't know. I want to blame the virus for complicating their line of communication with us, but hopefully they fix that line real soon.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, they do have social media outlets. They have means of, like, just web conferencing and stuff. And I think that 1 or 2 of the videos and stuff were even done over like Zoom or whatever, video chat with Kagi and Rhyme. So they could keep that up, or they could just use their Twitter accounts or their Facebook accounts or whatever to just push out more information.
Yeah, I think they might be increasingly worried about using social media to communicate. Like their last post was August 7th. They haven't even
Why?
teased Bootanks and Gohan on here at all yet. It's because all the hentai everyone's posting on all their tweets. Like, I'm not even going to click any single one of these tweets right here. I'm not going to click it because I will get banned from YouTube because it's going to be some
Everybody
fat
was
anime titties.
telling me about Goresh scrolling down in his stream.
And the funny thing about that is I didn't even realize until I got a comment about it on my
Everybody
video.
was like, he scrolled down, rip. And I
didn't realize until I got a comment about it, and then I just went in and I snipped it out.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, because
Yeah,
I'm not
realize
clicking.
it all look normal.
Any
like,
single one of these tweets that they put out is now a landmine. Like, if you click on this, it's
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like these are all dangerous NSFW threads now.
Like tread softly, you know.
Maybe that's why their communication on social media has been a little bit less. I don't know if people have been doing the same thing on their Facebook posts or not, but definitely Twitter. I think they're kind of wary.
Oh, because of clear names. Yeah, I'm sure the trolls will just create another account, but you could even just use the in-game news.
Yeah, using
It's
the
not a
in-game.
very
Well,
good
they
image.
did put the in-game news thing out, but normally they, try and reach everybody who might be like, "Oh, I don't feel like logging in today. The game's boring," and they might not see it, so they put it up here. But there's just fat titties and butt cheeks everywhere, so.
Sounds like something Brad would say.
The thing is, though, I know, like, we're all laughing about it, like, right now, but, like, it could honestly pose to be, like, an issue in the future because...
Yeah, no, it's terrible. But you gotta laugh at it, like...
Especially on Twitter, like, because I don't, like, go on Facebook like that anymore. I haven't, like, for years, but people realize that Twitter did add that feature where if they don't follow you, you can't respond back into their thread. So they could end up locking that and then just keeping it for only just pushing out information, which would obviously like hinder the interaction between us and the developers, or the person whoever runs the Twitter account, which is not a good thing. So again, like people like are seeing it as funny. I mean, it's funny for the short term, but that could screw us in the long term. So yeah, out there posting that stuff, I would say kind of chill out, because last thing you want is, for example, like I don't know, let's say for example, Zenkai Gogeta Blue drops like this day, more details to come. And then that's it. Like, you don't get to interact with them. You don't get to talk about it like on the platform, or they can just say new unit coming soon. That's it. And you can't interact with it.
They already kind of do that. Like whenever they put videos out on YouTube, like the video and stuff, you can't like them. The like to dislike ratio is hidden. You can't comment on it. And I'm sure if people pester them enough, they'll do the same on their other social medias also.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, and I'm not saying people shouldn't chill out, but it kind of already feels like there isn't really interaction with the tweets, for example, because it's just push. Like they might read it, but they never respond to anything, so it doesn't feel like they're listening in a way. I know that they're reading this stuff, but
I think more so than it's us interacting with them, I think it's us interacting with each other under the tweets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that builds traction at the end of the day. And especially when they do cryptic messages, man, that crap is dope. Everybody's down there trying to figure it out.
That's the best thing ever. Like in my opinion, that is the best thing for social media. Like when they tease the units like that. I love that.
Yeah, they make it fun. Like if you're smart enough to figure this out, you'll get some leaked information ahead of time. Otherwise, you just wait. I love that too. It gives you little mind puzzles to deal with.
Yeah, it's just like being able to like communicate with the community like in that one like central area, and I don't want them to like strip that away from us. They have the complete power to do so, and especially if people keep on acting a fool like that, it's entirely possible. So again, if y'all posting that type of stuff like in those threads, I mean, you might get that laugh in the short term, but in the long term, you might end up screwing it for everybody else. So I would say just chill out on that.
All right, that's always the few always ruin it for the many. That's just a fact of life.
And on a related note, the same thing goes for the survey, right? If you just put in this game sucks, nobody can work with that. So please be specific and put things in that you don't like, and also tell them why you don't like them. Because otherwise, the feedback is kind of useless. You're just like, yeah, PvP sucks. Okay, great. What do we do with that?
Yeah, that's constructive criticism versus trolling, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Or just hating straight up. It's like, oh, this game's bad. You're trash. This is like, okay, cool. Thanks, fam. Bye.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I
am
like all
had
the
it
fun in the
with
games
Vegito
and the
Blue.
jokes as much as the next guy, but yeah, definitely don't want to piss them off too much because they just started opening up. Like Japanese games have very historically like kept to themselves, and they have not been very open with their gaming communities and communication and stuff, which is very apparent. Even if you go not even that far back with like Xenoverse 2, even like.
Heroes.
Yeah, Heroes. Like now they're finally in 2020, 2019 starting to open up and see the value of maintaining an open line of communication with the rest of the world. And if we just shitpost them with porn nonstop, they're probably just going to be like, well, screw that. That didn't work out.
We're doing our thing now. Yeah.
I mean, no. It's fun every once in a while, but,
But it also depends on what kind of, like, if it's really this kind of stuff that you wouldn't want your kids to see, okay, just maybe keep that away, because a lot of people that play Legends are also underage. And those are probably the people posting the shit. Just
wrong.
An assumption.
Yeah. That was it for the donation questions. Besides, there was one more that just Ryuden, when are you going to do more Dokkan content? Or can you do more Dokkan content? So,
As a donation.
That was like a formal...
I get this question a lot. Do people really want to see that?
You know what that means? You should probably do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you have an
okay,
easy in. You could just
know
collab
what?
with Goresh. And...
This is the only way you guys can convince me that you want to see it. You have to put elbow cough in the chat. I have to see a sea of dabs. That's the only way I'm going to be convinced. Do it now.
And
I
we're going to
must
do it on all the
nothing but a
comment
sea of
sections of every single one of his videos, too.
Yeah, I just want to see that, and then I'll do it.
Also, Ray, you
Super
didn't know
Saiyan
what
3
you
has
also
to be
want to
buffed.
see.
What's that?
People want to see your
Super
face.
Saiyan 3 has to be buffed. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god! Wait a minute. Hold on. What's this?
What?
Okay,
People
who's first?
You go, Sunblade. You go first. What
Yeah,
are we
sorry.
saying?
I was just saying that Super Saiyan 3, the category team, has to be buffed, so you can start playing Dokkan again.
Yes. I still run it now. It doesn't matter. I'm on my 530th run of the Infinite Dragon Ball history with my Super Saiyan 3 team. I haven't won yet, but I'm still going. I'll win eventually.
There it is.
I can't wait for the link update. You already know I'm just going to be maxing out LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku first. You already know it. I don't care if he has a harder time getting 18 key. It just means he takes more skill. only the strongest of the strong.
The strongest.
When's that showcase, by the way? Waiting for it. Nolar, you. What is it?
I got World Tournament. I'm working on Super Saiyan 3. Trust me, I'm working on it.
No World Tournament. The only tournament that matters is Super Saiyan 3 tournament. We have to see it.
There's like an endless sea of elbow coughs in my chat right now.
Yeah, Ryuden, look at the chat. I was about to say.
Yeah, so
wow.
you got to do it.
I'll be fine. I'll do it.
It was even more elbow cough spam than when y'all asked the chat what they want the next Zenkai unit to be, and pretty much the entire chat.
First though, just keep in mind, even though I played the game for a while, I don't have a very thorough understanding of it because I never dived into it. I don't remember links. I put two units together. If the number is higher, that's what I go with. I don't care about rotations. If the number is higher, I just do that. That's it.
Going.
I mean, that is how most people play, so you're not wrong.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is like, how is this going to go? It's like, all right, guys, I'm going to be showing you the Super Saiyan 3 team. So for my rotation, it's Bardock and that guy. The number is higher. That's my justification. We took 30 damage because all my units are rainbow and I don't take any damage. And we win. Yes.
Easy claps.
Again, that's pretty much what our showcase.
I think you're
are.
overthinking it, man. Because I went through the same thing, and like I made like a doo-doo video, and all the comments were like, "This is dope," and I was like, "This is garbage," but all right, I'll take it. It's like,
Well,
Yeah,
Brad, now you know what the next comments are gonna be.
Whatever, dude. It's so hit or miss, man. I'll make a video that I'm like, this is a good video, and everybody's like, "Fuck you, Brad." It's like, all right, shit. Like, have a good day.
All right, guys, you convinced me. I'll do
my
it.
entire chat from top to bottom is now elbow coughs. Like I can't even scroll
I
back.
see
to
you
normal.
in there too. All right, Nazaraj, you sold me. I'll do it.
Yeah, I can see that as an absolute win. Also, what's up, Bebop?
What's up?
Yo,
What's up?
what's up? How you doing,
What's up, dude?
Bebop? What are you doing? What are you
Hey,
saying?
you made it before we finished everything, so that's good enough.
If it's selling for the King Pro Rife, hello, Bebop. Hello.
I've been here for a while.
Are you gonna
You
join
came
me
in for the
for
anime
debate?
titties and butt cheeks part, right?
Yes.
That's what got Bebop in.
Hello.
Yep. Once I heard that, that's what got me in. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Can't pass
So anytime
that
he's
up.
not here, just mention cheeks. Bet, got it.
Hey, the hentai got me. Not what?
Where there are cheeks, there need to be clappings.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's what Bebop is for.
All day.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess Nalar, you could probably jump over to Twitter questions at this point because we finished up everything super chat related.
All right. I mean, I guess we kind of covered a good chunk of these.
Maybe just like one or two.
Yeah. Thoughts on the current battle systems? How would you improve it? For me, the battle system
tackle.
before the change to
Next.
comedy. No. Okay. Well, I mean,
That was quick, yeah.
Are we talking about just PvP or also co-op? Because I got a lot of different recommendations for co-op at the very least.
Well, it's
well,
also
speak your mind, man.
I think I love Garesh's idea that I've like fully thought out in my mind of adding different like interactables and power-ups and traps on the board like while you're moving around in co-op. So like, you know, I don't know, they can't use Dragon Balls because that's already the Rising Rush, but they could do like, I don't know, like how Kakarot when you're playing that they have a little orbs that you fly around and collect. They put some of those
Or like
on the
senzu
field.
beans and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta like move in and make contact with them, and it could either be a damage buff or maybe it's a debuff, and now you're at risk of taking more damage, and you know, I
Or a
don't know.
heal.
Maybe like a free blue card. You hit one of them, and it's just boom, you get a blue card in your hand. Like different little interactables like that.
Okay,
I think
well,
could make the game.
realistically though, does anybody need buffs in co-op? Like,
Well, if they make it so that some of them hurt you and you can actually risk losing, then yeah, I don't know.
well, that sounds terrible. What? I don't want that. Like,
I mean, Brad, buffs means that you're done with co-op quicker, so yes, please.
yeah, I mean, I guess I agree with that, but I mean, I finished it we just did it like 30 seconds right there, and the normal one I can get done in like 20 seconds. I'm not like, I don't need to be like getting like a Google result here in like 1.3 seconds or something. Like, it's all right.
Well, yeah, this would be like for
Well, what if
just making
what if
the
they
mode
added
more
another
fun
difficulty?
in general. Because right now you play it just to beat it and be done with it, but it would be nice if you actually played it because it's fun to play.
Well, yeah, I agree. I don't know how it sounds terrible, but aside from PvP being, because that can be kind of fun because there's a reward and we all make videos and new units and whatever else. I don't see how PvE is gonna be fun. I know it sounds bad, but this kind of game doesn't function like other games. Like, it's weird. I can't think of a way to change it at least, and I've been thinking about it for like 6 months now. Because it's like PvE, you're in this weird predicament where you guys have covered before, where like the bot is either just better than you, or the bot's like, you can win this one, no problem. Like, it's like there's like no in between, you know, because it's either too easy or it's too hard.
Yeah,
You're
now
never
the
gonna.
cat's out of the bag. Now that they mentioned it in the survey and mentioned like a turn-based like card battler mode, now I want it. Like they've mentioned it, now I want it. So that would be a way to make PvE fun right there.
You and your
feel like they can
TCG,
go-
bro.
I feel like they can go beyond just having to fight a bot. You know what I mean? Like the Yamcha baseball event is an example of one. It's like how many stages can you clear? You know, like the bot will bait you by approaching you, throwing single shots and stuff. And what about what if the bot comes up to you really close or comes in with a strike card and you just have to vanish?
I just had
how
an
many rounds?
epiphany. I had an
You know what?
epiphany with what you said right here.
They had a question in the survey about events like that.
dude,
I think it actually even referenced the Yamcha baseball event. It was like, would you like events like where it's just like mini games or whatever, like the
that's
Yamcha
what
event?
Yeah, that's what I commented on. I
Yes,
said
that is
I
cool,
went in the
but my
feedback
ultimate
box.
epiphany, how to make co-op fun. This one simple thing will solve all the problems. Instead of 2 people versus an AI bot, 2 people versus another overpowered human player. Boom. I would love it. Instead of playing against a bot, one person gets to
No.
play as the boss, who gets all the stupid buffs and everything, and then you have 2 other human players that you're battling against.
Actually, it doesn't.
Imagine having to deal with 2 people's connections and not just one.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to
think
figure
that's
that. But look, I'm sick
because
and
you got the
tired
other
of
guy.
using connection as a reason why the game can't get better. Like, assuming they can get that under control, I would like to see some stuff come like that. That's not like, oh, they can't do it because it's just going to lag. So
Does anybody else ever feel deja vu every single podcast?
Yeah.
I have deja vu every podcast that we do. Because we had this conversation last week about the connection issues and having multiple people on the field, and like it sucks. But I mean, the game's just not at a place where it can handle that connection. I can't handle one other guy's connection.
Well,
I can't even handle the computer's connection sometimes. It DCs on me.
Again, I'm not gonna like stop thinking of cool ideas and innovations just dismissed because the game is laggy. Like,
oh, hey, and that's good. We don't want you to. But I'm just saying, like, it's just how the game is right now. I don't see it changing overnight and all of a sudden, whoa, now it works great. You know, I hope it does, but it's getting better with the new ranking system and stuff like that. That's great, but there's still butt tons of lag. I still get DCs all the time, whether it be in PvP. Well, I get like draws, but in co-op, I get DCs all the time. People just bring the wrong units and stuff. You start taking all this stuff into account. You're trying to match 3 people together, and then one guy disbands and kills all 3 of their connections. It's like, I don't know.
right.
That's where I
Again,
gotta have that's where I'm hesitant about it. Really, it should just be if it's PvE content. I don't need to do it with somebody else. I know it's co-op, but I feel like that was always kind of a mistake to have another person's connection come into it. I would be fine just fighting the bot by myself. Like I wouldn't even care.
well,
I don't prefer.
I mean,
it.
but that's not co-op. Then they want you to.
I
be
don't
able to-
like co-op. I don't want it to be. I don't want to play with other people. Like, I
Well,
play
that's fine.
PvP.
If it was actually fun, then people would want to play it. That's where I'm.
Right.
Well, I agree with that. Yeah,
Co-op.
I just don't see how PvE is gonna be a fun system without it being like overwhelmingly difficult, and then you require boost units, or it's stupid easy and everybody just clears like USTR. There's kind of like no in between for me, at least. Like I don't know though. Hopefully it gets to a different thing. I hope it does change. I never thought co-op was going to be a thing.
My
So they could
ultimate
definitely
point
shift it up.
with that is like the only thing I could say is like I don't want them to shut down, or even us as the player base to shut down ideas solely because of connection. Like,
I'm on board with that too, 100%. It needs to get fixed, but it's like we also need to be thinking of like what can this game do? Because this game can do a lot. There's a lot of options here.
I
Like
was going to say they could, or in terms of co-op anyway. I mean, obviously co-op is completely dependent on 2 people's connections, but they could have an option where it's just you and a bot versus the boss, and then have a separate option for you versus somebody online, or you and somebody online versus the same boss. But like try to incentivize you to play like either mode, where if you do it like just with the bot, you get like these type of perks, or if you actually play online, then you get these type of perks. And then obviously like in the future they can try to fix everything up, because I mean honestly speaking, I think their online infrastructure needs to be like changed up heavily. But just have multiple options. Like options is never a bad thing. That's something that they could try.
Yeah, and then my only point with the co-op too, just to finish on that, is like I would rather do it fighting a human under appropriate network conditions. I would rather have that experience playing against the randomness of another human than just a completely unfun bot that just sucks.
While I agree, they would definitely have to up the rewards for that as well, because probably matches would take much longer. And if I get 3 dual coins for a 10-minute match, no way.
Well, yeah, there would undoubtedly be titles and stuff like we killed the boss. Like I don't know, it could be more competitive. Just I don't know, playing against bots is not fun at all.
it sucks. Yeah, it's terrible.
So the
Also,
more ways they can integrate this game to appropriately pit you with other players and against other players and have all the missions work in tandem with that, then I'm all for that. Obviously, connection issues being, paid attention to along the way.
Yeah, and if we're going back to the battle system, I would love to see, does anyone use casual? Can we not have another PvP ranking mode where we have less RNG? Like
Yeah.
I would love to have a maximum 1 Rising Rush, and potentially even none, just to try it out to see if it works. I mean, I know region is a thing, but we could try it for a season and see how it goes, because they wanted to do that with the Ultimate Battle, and then they just stopped experimenting with
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was about to bring up. I completely agree that they should replace the casual button with Ultimate Battle and just have like varying rules and weird, crazy, wonky stuff going on there, and then leave the ranked match up also. And then you could still play casual matches because you still have the friend invite. So you could invite friends, play, and just BS around with them in matches that don't really mean anything too. So
it would be like Legends' version of like PTR, pretty much.
yeah, like maybe one PvP season it'll rotate and it'll be like you're only allowed to use blue characters and everyone can only build teams with blue characters. Or and then the next time it's like
come back.
It's like only EX units or only Son family units or whatever, just weird rules. Or every character gets endurance or
Would you get rewards on that though? Because my only problem with that is like, what if your only good blue unit is like you Broly and Chile at like 2 stars? You just started playing like 3 months ago. You just let that entire season on that special one.
Well,
then
you got to start
Like,
building
it's
your
just kinda
account
like whatever.
so that you can participate. You can't screw us all over because of the players that just started a week ago.
Well, I'm not saying a week ago. Even 6 months, you may not have good enough blue units in this meta. If you didn't pull like Vegeta Blue or something,
I don't know.
or
You
Trunks,
could sit out that rotation, just play regular PvP, and then when one rotated around that you wanted to participate in, you could. I think that they could do enough different ideas where they could appeal to the majority of the community.
I'm not saying it's not a good idea. It's a really good idea. I'm saying the fan base would be like, "F you, free to plays exist too."
The thing is, maybe there's enough space on that PvP screen to just make those 2 buttons for casual and ranked smaller, and just add a third one. So you could have like your regular PvP, then you have the special modes which can rotate, so people can still choose. I would give rewards on both, and then people just choose what they enjoy more. I think that at one point, people will just go for one or the other more. I don't think that a lot of people will try and rank in both, and then you can still have casual potentially. And this way, everybody gets to choose what they like better. And I don't know if the player base is big enough to have like them spread out like this, but it could be worth a try.
I would say over 2, you probably could. If you got more than 2, it'd be a bit difficult. But I think 2 would be fine. 50-50 split.
Like
Do what you want to do.
From the way that they worded Ultimate Battle.
Go ahead, Garage.
I was just gonna say, from the way they worded Ultimate Battle when they first introduced it, it sounded like it was their version of a PTR. Like,
what's PTR?
They wanted to experiment with public test realm, like a way for the players to play test things.
Yes.
Like it sounded like it was their way of experimenting with different things. And I remember they mentioned on one of the videos that they wanted to try one where there's only one Rising Rush, stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's a good idea to maybe have like a mode where you can try that out. I don't know why they haven't brought that back again. I think that was a good idea. I mean, we had 1 season of it, and then they said they were going to bring it back every other season, and we haven't seen it in like 5 months or something like that.
Yeah, I think the reason they set it up that way is because they were worried if they had Ultimate Battle running as a separate mode from ranked PvP, not enough people would like play it for them to get that aggregate data they needed from it. So they kind of just forced everybody to play it that season. But having them both available at the same time, I think would honestly be a better move. Like. So that they
you could.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I just think like having like PTR would just be like a smart idea all around. Because again, like it could be like I would say take away casual match because literally nobody touches that mode, honestly. And then again, like for like we'll say like a rotation of like 1 week, no Rising Rush battles. Next week, like a limited Rising Rush, you can only use it once. Other week, like extremes only. Next week, heroes only. Like stuff like that, like throwing like different types of ways to play like online PvP with others. Obviously, alongside having like ranked match, if you actually want to get up on the leaderboard, would be a good idea. Instead of just keeping casual match there, which is literally serving no purpose, because that's practically, in my opinion, like a glorified like online practice mode. So
you don't even practice. You either body bag kids who've never played the game, or you get body bags.
Yeah.
No, it would definitely influence players to not be playing the meta or Vegito Blue, constantly, every single day. That would give every player the incentive to play a different kind of team.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. So I agree with that. That's actually a really good idea. I never thought about that.
I mean, you could even limit it to say, okay, this round we only blue and purple units or green and red or something like this. So you also eliminate color advantage.
And it also adds value to the units they released on those color teams that nobody uses because they're not meta.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I'm fat. Jesus. We got
You know what would be a cool idea? If if they ever brought back Ultimate Battle, would be to do one season where everybody is light type.
Dude, that would be oh my god, that'd actually be kind of clean. Hold on.
Yeah, there's no colors. Color and complete neutrality.
Yeah,
That's
and I mean,
actually-
you can always
that's crazy.
Yeah, you can always incentivize people to play this by giving them rewards for, I don't know, win 10 times in PTR mode, or play with 5 different characters or whatever. Just give rewards for it, and people will use it. People will, just give 20 chrono crystals for each mission. Make it so that you can get like 500 or 1,000 CC over a season. People will try it out for sure.
You even give out low amounts of Z power for older EX and sparking units that are mostly irrelevant because they would be good in those modes too, potentially.
Yeah,
that also is a good idea.
Again, it gets all typings some sort of value, especially with heroes, because heroes are extremely underutilized unless it's a select few, especially Shallot. But yeah, it's just a great way for people to be able to use all units, all typings, all tags. It would be a phenomenal idea.
And an incentive to actually soul boost all your heroes.
Oh yeah,
if you have stuff like that running at the same time as the raid kind of content that rotates with different bosses, and then you have regular PvP, some story stuff here and there, the game would actually have a healthy amount of stuff for you to always be like, hey, I could actually log in and do something right now that's not boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all different stuff, so you can find something that you like most likely. Otherwise, why are you playing this game?
Yeah, I would love it, but hopefully they listen and they take some of it to heart. We've heard that they somewhat listen, so, at least to the survey. If you put some of that stuff in the survey, they might one day get around to looking at it.
I just saw Kuba post Legends PTR as a hashtag in the comments. Is that going to be a better thing now?
Hashtag Legends PTR, please.
Yoink. Do it. Share it on Twitter. Hashtag it.
All right. Let's see.
One
All
more.
right, I could just do one more. I feel the one thing that hasn't been touched upon enough, and that's EX rates. If a new EX comes out and they're really good, say units like EX Nail or Gogeta, they become very hard to get due to the rates being 0.4%. So do you think they should increase EX rates or keep them as they are?
Increase them.
I think for the new one, they should have a much higher rate. At least the same as the sparking, 1% for the new EXs at least.
Yeah.
But for the older ones, just the reason why the rates are so low for the older ones is because there's just so many on the banners. Yeah. But in my opinion, there's no reason why the older EXs should have the same rates as the new ones, because that just means that you have the same chance of pulling EX Blue Goku, the first EX ever, as the new one that just came out. It makes 0 sense to me. I think they should increase the newer rates, the rates for the newer ones, and then just distribute whatever's left over to the older ones evenly.
To be honest, I think that on the new banners, you have those rehash banners, but then when there's new units, where there's new extremes, why even have all extremes on the banner? I mean, there's no reason, honestly, for me to have yellow TN and green Turles on a banner. You could just put them on those movie sagas banner where you pull everything, and then have just a limited pool like they used to do with the sparkings, where you just had 5 sparkings on a banner. You just have 10, 15 EXs, and then most of them are decent. Majin Buu and Android 14 and the ones, and then automatically the rates are going to go up.
Well, yeah, I think the thing that always pissed me off was the farmable EXs units being there. That was what I didn't like. Those ones you could farm up to way back when you could farm up to max stars, EX Bardock and stuff. Get them off of banners. Just bring those things back. I don't need to pull him I haven't needed to pull him in a year because I was able to grind him up a year ago. Those are the ones that always irritated me. And I mean, if we're talking old EX, I'm kind of sick and tired of that yellow Trunks. Kind of done with him, man.
Yep.
Ow. So yeah, I mean, I think we can all agree on that, but that's just something, I don't know. They're weird with stuff like that. LFs and EXs are just funky. They finally opened up about the 10% sparking, which thank God they did. I don't know about you guys, but
that actually stayed permanent?
Yeah, every banner.
Let me just quickly talk about that, because misconception about that. I feel like it doesn't really change anything because the way that they did that was it went from 7 to 10. But all they did was they kept the individual rates the same for every character. So every character still 1% pull rate.
True.
But for the extra 3%, all they did was they added 3 terrible old outdated sparkings to every banner, and that's all they did.
Well, that's kind of annoying. But I mean, maybe I just have really good luck then. The last couple, I've gotten every unit spending like.
Well, it's gonna feel better pulling on banners now because you're gonna get those animations a lot more often, like Blue Goku animations, Whis animations, because you're definitely pulling more sparkings overall. But more sparkings you're pulling now are worse.
So it sounds like how Dokkan did the guaranteed SSR at the very end of every single summon, but it could be like one of 400 different ones that are completely useless.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
But this is obviously a much less scale for this because there's no unfeatured sparkings in this game yet.
Not enough
So
yet.
weird. We have 300 units on the dot. That's crazy.
What overall? Overall rarities?
Yeah, there's 300 total.
Okay. How many of them are sparkings? Like half of them, or?
Probably close, I would think, because there's only like 30 heroes or something, if even.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least 150 sparkings, I would say.
What, in the game? There's there's pushing like 200, I think, almost.
Yeah, probably. If we're counting freeze and we're counting this and that. Yeah.
Because I'm like, I forget what mission I'm near, but I'm near like the collect 270 characters mission or something like that. Somewhere near there. I forget the exact number.
Bro.
Any other questions, Nalar?
There are a few, but we've kind of covered a good chunk of all the other ones. So, I mean, we could wrap it up here if you guys want.
That is entirely up to y'all. I could just sit here and play Fall Guys all night, and y'all can cheer me on.
Honestly, the the last thing I'll say again is just if you guys haven't done the survey, please do it. And again, when you get to the options of what your thoughts are on about the game, be as honest as possible. Like if you think the game is the best game in the world, put that. If you think the game is absolute garbage, put that. But explain why. Try to be as detailed as possible because again, we all want this game to be better. And the way you can do that is by, voicing your opinion. So if you guys haven't done the thing yet, the survey, go ahead and take that. Plus, again, free 500 crystals. That's all I got.
So what he's saying is stop posting the hentai underneath the pictures. That's the main thing. It's funny as hell. I'm not gonna act like it's not funny. I'm not gonna act like it's not funny, but I know it's detrimental. But it's like, if you need to post it underneath like Garesh's post or something. If you need to like get it out of your system.
Yeah, funnel all of it onto one of our social media sites. Yeah.
I don't give a shit, dude. But I'm not gonna. I mean, okay, I might care in like 5 years. I'm going for like a promotional thing or something. They're like, "What's all this?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sorry." Like,
nah, they're gonna pull up that. This is you, like from this podcast on you.
And I'm like trying to like get a job like CBS or some shit.
And they're like, say butt cheeks a lot.
Well, dude, butt cheeks is a good word, bro, because I can't say ass. People get offended.
Use it. Fumbled the bag.
Yeah. Someone just asked in the chat, what are your thoughts on a time attack mode or a tournament bracket mode?
I mentioned a tournament bracket mode last week. I think that would be great, where you could. This was another thing that I was going to say when we were talking about casual match and replacing that, to segue back to that a little bit. Even if they don't bring back the specific Ultimate Battle titular mode where it's titled Ultimate Battle, they could still like make casual matches way more fun by like allowing you to tinker with the rule sets. Like, why not allow you to turn on LBR mode for a friend battle between you and a friend in casual mode? Like, what does that affect? It affects nothing. You don't earn anything from playing it. So doing that, or like being able to set up a casual tournament where you can invite like 6 people and it sets up like a little mini bracket and you just play through until like the 4th match and the winner, wins. Little things like that could be really cool, even if they don't go full-blown PTR Ultimate Battle mode all the time. So I'm for it. Time attacks, little tournaments in-game. Like, the more cool tools and resources there are in the game, the more people will play it, and they won't have to go to some like external social media sites like organize a tournament or something. I don't know. It could be good.
I mean, my hope was that the guild update would bring something, or the guilds in the first place would bring something like that, where you can maybe even challenge another guild and say, okay, we have 8 players, you have 8 players, let's do this, and then just just battle it out instead of just who grinds more.
It'd be so cool too, because say like you do that, you could like wager some of your guild's guild score in the battles, and then like the winner takes the guild score, like basically like playing poker or something. You know, you put all your chips in the pile, and the winner takes all. And you can actually gamble. You know, gamble's a bad word because gambling is looked at negatively. But you could wager your your points versus another guild, see who's the better guild. I don't know. That could be really neat too.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that concludes. I see a dono.
Yeah, it's just
Wanna read
Thug
that dono?
Life says, do you think we'll ever get to a point where all the banners have guaranteed sparking summons, like Dokkan did, halfway through the game's lifespan? Probably, yeah. Like when the pool is super huge, they'll do that. But I don't know.
Yeah, when they pretty much get through all the characters, like pretty sure that'll happen one day, like probably like 4th, 5th anniversary.
Yeah.
I mean, 10% is already pretty close. 10% rates. Like if it were not like RNG, it would already kind of translate to one card being a sparking. But obviously, it doesn't work like this. But it's already close enough.
I mean, they kind of do that too, and if you think about it, technically, like they already have banners where they guarantee you a sparking, even though it's old. Like I'm pretty sure in the future it'll, always be like that for more banners.
I agree. It's just a time thing. Like once the roster gets big enough, then that'll be a thing.
Yeah, the roster, like I know it may look big now, but it's really not at all. There's still so many characters missing, and other variants of that same character and other copy pastas. Like trust me, this is nothing compared to what is gonna look like in the future. So yeah, I could definitely see a guarantee sparking summon.
I mean, just look at Dokkan, which is like 5 years old, and how many characters you can have.
There's so many.
In the future of how many characters, but also how many rehashes of Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Just seen another donation there.
I think that just said what happened to the LBR mode, and that they just haven't brought it back in a hot minute. Like, I guess it's not in their immediate list of important plans. But again, I think that'd be something cool that they should add to casual matches. Like imagine you're playing Dragon Ball FighterZ, you go to challenge your friend, you can set up handicaps, you could set up just different little rules and modifiers for that match. If they're not going to do anything else with casual mode, they should allow you to tinker with some of the rules and the match settings, I do believe. But yeah. No exact word as to when the next LBR related event will be back. We have no knowledge of that.
All right. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining us for episode 37. This was a special one because we had a couple new guests. For Dokkan, we had Sunblade, and we also had Mass Ningen, and of course for Legends here, Pomzor is new. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you waking up super early to join us. And elbow cough.
Yeah, elbow cough. Now that y'all are in, you're probably welcome to come back too. So whenever your schedules are open, just keep in touch.
I like how you say probably. You're probably welcome back. We're not.
Well, I was basing that on their schedules. Like,
I mean, you were holding on for a long
you
time
come
with
back.
me. I'm proud of y'all.
So, all right, appreciate everyone being here. Shout out to all the guys here. Again, Bebop showing up, Bradical, Gresh, Nazirachi, Kaba, Pomzor again, Ryuden, everyone else. Thanks a lot. This will be up on Spotify, all your favorite podcasting websites. They'll be up in a couple days. But make sure to follow us all on Twitter and on our YouTube channels, and you'll be notified when that's up. So, thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks everyone for coming out and checking out the stream. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it, and we will definitely be back again next Saturday. Just stick to, like Nilar said, follow all of us on Twitter, and we will communicate very clearly who will be hosting it and where you can find it. And again, big shout out to all the new guys, and thanks for everyone else who showed up. And hopefully we'll be seeing y'all again real soon.
Peace.
Take care,
See
everyone.
ya.
All right. His name is Kuba, bro.
Kuba. I don't know, dude.